Yo, what's good? Let's get it. Smash the like button as you come in the building, man. Elbow the like button. Flying leg drop the like button. Knee the like button. Kick the like button. Yeah. If you want to donate to the channel, you can hit the CashApp. You can hit the super chat. At the very least, though, smash the like button, man. Show getting started right now. Debate started at 8:30. I got a little cooking to do first. And if anybody want to get it, you know, I'll drop the link. I got an hour. I got an hour to waste, man. I got some time, bro. But it's something I want to speak on and I've been waiting to speak on, man. That's this bullshit that Roy Jones Jr. did to Michael Williams Jr., man. I've been waiting. I wanted to get all the information. I wanted to let it play out, but now we're ready to speak on it. So, y'all know how we do. We don't care about being first. We care about being right. Run them likes up. Everybody coming in, drop a comment. Let me know you done got in here, man. Don't be quiet. Drop a comment and let me know you in here, man. All right, man. All right, what my clip from my DJ, man? What my clip from my DJ? Let me find it real quick one time for the one time. Where my clip at, man? I got a clip for y'all, man. We got the intro clip. Where that shit at, man? There you go. Drop that beat on them, G5 gang.
KO the base here. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
All right, man. Let me get this camera turned on and let's get straight to the action, man. Let's get straight to the action. Hold on, where we at? All right, there we go. Boom. All right, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Smash the like button as you come in the building. And again, if you want to donate to the channel, hit that Cash App or hit that Super Chat button. And I invite you to join the channel and become a member as well, bro. Become a member. We got exclusive content that we upload to the channel every single day. We just dropped like 3 members only videos today, man. Drop like 3 members only videos. So please, bro, join the channel as a member. It helps the channel grow and it helps me be able to give more time and deliver you guys with more content. All right, let me see one thing. Let me send this other I gotta send something real quick, y'all. Give me a second. Let me make sure this is straight right here. Okay, yeah, boom. All right, we're good. All right, let me see who we got in the building so far, right quick, man. Let me see who we got up in this thing. We got Ralph Shelton in the building, TZ Frank, Daryl Deloach, G Parker in the building, Cam Williams. We got Best Videos, one of our competitors in the building early. Terrence Best Videos is here. He said he ain't ducking no fades. Bonton, South D-Town in the building. D-Man Jr., what up, bro? Crash Crypto, Eduardo, what up? Todd Swindle, I see you. Oak Cliff Sensei, what's good? AD Solo, excuse my masculinity. AJ64, Antonio MMA, Ryan, Ring Kings podcast. Dominique, what up? We got Jerome King in the building. Lockefeller, what's popping? Buck Style, what up, bro? My beautiful wife, Miss Knockout Boxing in the building. What's up with it, baby? My daughter in the building. What's up with it? Taking selfies on her little avatar right there. Not me. What's good with it, bro? What's popping with you? Here we go. Who else? Daryl Deloach. What's good? We got Alden Johnson in the building. What's popping with you? Philly Bull 91 was good. Mr. AMG, what up with it, bro? Salute to you. Who else we got in the building? T9's boxing class. What's good with your T9 boxing class? Silver in the building. What's up with it, Silver? I see you. Big Ray in the building. We got my brother Dub, right side. Never on the wrong side. I was on the right side in the building. What's good with you? William Old School. What's up with it? And I do need one judge for the night. So anybody that want to judge, just let me know. I'm sure to judge. You know what I'm saying? Got KQ moderating. I'm judging. You know what I mean? I got my brother Goon coming by to judge. I need one more judge. So if anybody want to hop up and judge, man, you just let me know. And you can hop up here. Who else we got? I think I said what's up. I said what's up to William. Who else we got? L Town. I see you. What's good? What's popping with you, Tony T? What up, Tony? Tony in the building. We got Terrence Chavez in the building, or Chavis. I don't know if I'm saying your name. I said Chavez. You don't look Mexican. We're gonna go with Chavis. We're gonna go with Chavis, bro. I'm gonna take an educated guess and go with Chavis, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know though. I think I could be wrong, bro. All right, man. Let's see. Who else? Let me drop the link, bro. What up, General Long? I see you. Tech Cuisine. What up? I see y'all, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link. I got about 50 minutes now before the debate starts, so we got some time to cook. So let me drop the link. This is for anybody that want to hop up right now. While the panel is open, we will have y'all hop off at about 8:30 so we can get this dang on debate started. But in the meantime, I got a little time to cook with y'all. And what I want to talk about right now, bro, I gotta talk about this Michael Williams Jr. Okay, you say I got it correct. Yeah. All right, Chavis, yeah. Can't be saying your name all wrong and shit, bro. Can't be doing that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't be doing that shit. But yeah, bro. So Michael Williams Jr. For those of y'all that don't know, you should know by now. He was supposed to fight Adrian Broner this weekend. He should be 2 days away from the biggest bag of his career. He ain't able to get that. He ain't gonna get that shit because he broke his jaw sparring in training last week. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Last week. So about 8 or 9 days before the fight was supposed to take place, he broke his damn jaw. And you have his father, Michael Williams Sr., has been going on a tour, giving his, you know what I'm saying, giving his thoughts on it. You have Roy Jones Jr. Trying to save face, giving his thoughts on what happened. And I'm hearing what everybody is saying, bro. I'm hearing what both of them are saying, and I'm gonna give you what I think about it, right? Cause we don't break the news. We ain't, trying to hurry up and get something out there. I'm just gonna give y'all my thoughts when I feel like I know enough about a situation. That's why a lot of times you hear me kind of take a seat back and just cook on it when all the information is out there. Cause I don't like having to say it. I don't like being. I'm very competitive, bro. I don't like being wrong a lot. Emmanuel, what up, bro? Emmanuel 7 line in the building. Smash the like button as y'all come in. I don't like being wrong, bro. Cause when you wrong and shit, you gotta admit that. Like if you solid, like if you thorough and you solid and you wrong, you'll admit that shit. Now a lot of fake ass people, a lot of people with no integrity, you know what I'm saying? People that aren't real women or people that aren't real men, when they wrong, they try to hold on to the shit and keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. You know, like a lot of Bud Crawford fans sometimes, man. You know, shit like that. Where you see the shit right in front of you and then it go left. It go left and you still just keep dying on that hill. You keep trying to ride that damn train when you know you're supposed to get off that motherfucker. Gertz, what up? So a lot of people are like that. I'm not like that. And so knowing that I'm not like that and knowing that I hate being wrong, I try to do everything I possibly can to make sure I'm right. So that's why when this shit happened, this happened, and everybody been talking about it. If you want to get some views and shit, you could have been talking about it. You know, Michael Williams Sr. seemed like he's very amicable to interviews. You can go interview him and do all that shit. You can do that, bro. You can do that. Yeah, William like that. I remember I was like, man, the Charlos ain't from Louisiana. Then they was, you know what I'm saying? Found out they was actually born in Louisiana. And I had to admit that shit, man. But then it's cool because like we don't want Jamal no more. Anyway, we traded Jamal to Louisiana for Regis. So he back from Louisiana, and Regis is now by Texas. You know what I'm saying? He by way of Texas. But here's the thing, bro, with this whole situation with Michael Williams Jr., man. Roy Jones Jr., Hall of Fame fighter, you know what I'm saying? Probably one of, if not the most athletic fighters that we've seen at his peak. Nobody could touch Roy. All that shit is true. You can't take that away from that man, bro. I remember when Roy was the man, like, and people talk about how great Floyd was, man. Wasn't nobody putting Floyd above Roy on no pound for pound list. Nobody. You couldn't find a single solitary soul in boxing that thought Floyd Mayweather could touch Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? You never did. What I will say though about this situation, he dead ass wrong, bro. He dead ass wrong, bro. And it just is what it is. When you training a guy as a trainer, what's up, Patrick Wynn? I see you, bro. Thanks for joining the channel, man. When you training somebody, bro, you do not have them sparring 8 or 9 days before they fight, and it's especially because he said that the dude was struggling with his defense. He said that the dude couldn't block a shot. He had no defense. So if I know you ain't got no defense, and I know that you getting touched up in sparring, why would I make you continue to spar only a week away from the fight? Why would I do that? You do that for somebody if you're trying to prove a point and you don't actually really want what's best for them. You ain't actually really there to try to see them succeed. That's the only thing that I could think of, bro. DP, are you with me? What up, DP Rocker? Dank Father, what up? So that's that. Like there's no way around that. Like you could stop right there. You could stop right there and not say anything else, and that could be it. You had the young man sparring 8 days before his fight. 8 days before his fight, you had him out there sparring, knowing that he was already sore, and knowing that sparring is one of the most grueling and taxing things that you can do as a fighter. If you got a fighter that's in there getting touched up, if you got a fighter that's in there getting hands put on him, why would you have him? Why would you put him back in there? Why don't you maybe do some defensive drills? You should be cutting weight or something. Like there's something else more important than sparring 8 days before the fight. Because let y'all in on a little secret, bro. I don't know what would happen to Michael Williams Jr. You know what I'm saying, in that fight. I don't know what would happen because boxing, anything could happen. Here's the thing. You ain't finna do, you are not fin in 8 days, bro, you ain't fixing it, okay? And that's why I say it was to prove a point. Like, people be, like, they think they can fool these casual fans and all that shit. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Whatever is wrong, trainers, listen. Whatever is wrong with your fighter, okay? If you ain't fixed it by 8 days before the fight, it ain't getting fixed, bro. It ain't getting fixed. So you do that shit to try to prove a point. But what's up with it, Marquez? Because you didn't think that he was ready. You said so yourself. I heard Mike Williams Sr. say that Roy told him that himself. So you wanted to prove to him and prove to his team or whatever that he wasn't ready. You wasn't trying to make him better in that sparring session. You got prideful. because they didn't want to listen to you and they still wanted to go through with the fight. You got prideful and you put him back in the ring and you got that young man hurt. What can you work on? What can you, like, if you been in camp the whole time and you got 8 days left till you fight, what can you get better at, bro? Was he gonna fix Michael Williams Jr. defense in that sparring session? Was Michael Williams Jr. gonna all of a sudden get better at slipping punches in one sparring session? Was he gonna get better at parrying shots away in one sparring session? Was his shoulder roll gonna get better in one sparring session? Like what if I'm wrong, and that's why I'm asking these questions. If I'm wrong, somebody give me another avenue to go. Because my stance is he did that shit to prove a point, and he did that to prove that the young man wasn't ready. You say knockout, you wrong. Roy wouldn't do that. All right, cool. So what's the other avenue that you can take me in? PGH Big Dog, what up? What's the other road that we can go down that makes logical sense? What else can we say it was? AJ says no, but they could have been working on that instead of sparring. I would argue that his defense probably didn't just get bad that day. I mean, this is no disrespect because this is public knowledge. How many times John Bowser put him down? He showed great heart to leave Cunningham. What'd he do? He showed great heart. He kept getting up, kept wanting to fight, but I mean, shit. Was it a secret? After you watched the John Bowser fight when Michael Williams Jr. was going to Top Rank for the first time, and you saw him taking those shots and getting put down, I mean, wouldn't you think a trainer would know, hey, maybe we should work on his defense? Like, didn't you see him take those unnecessary shots in the John Bowser fight? So why are we waiting until 9-10 days before the fight? Like, hey, I don't like the shots he taking. I want to stop the fight. I don't like the shots he taking. You didn't know that he probably needed to work on his defense going into camp with you? I'll tell y'all what it is. Low-key, Roy Jones Jr. was selfish. He just watched Chris Eubanks Jr., his pupil, the person he was training to be Roy Jones Jr. on weed. Like, when I say on weed, like a slower, lethargic, worse version, right? He just watched Chris Eubanks Jr., who he was training, get his ass knocked out by Liam Smith. He just watched that shit. And so in his mind, ain't nobody trying to come to my camp. Ain't nobody gonna want me as a trainer no more. I cannot take another L. That's what I think. I can't take another L, bro. Kid ain't ready. I think he gonna lose. I ain't trying to be in this corner when he get his ass whooped. They ain't listening to me. I'm trying to tell him he ain't ready. How can I make him listen to me? Let me get him in the ring and have him take some more punishment. It's a fact. Truth speaks. That's why I believe Michael Jordan was a horrible coach. Because they do shit that, other people can't do and they expect them to be able to do it. So that's my take on it, bro. I'm on the side of, at the end of the day, bro, you shouldn't have had the young man sparring 8 days before the fight. If you do what is prudent to do, if you do what is responsible to do, if you do what a trainer is supposed to do in that situation, then he never get his jaw broke. Because what you should be doing 8 days from a fight is making sure that you on weight. Get some drills in. Get some cardio in. Check in with the nutritionist if you got one. Make sure the meals is right. Probably making travel plans to get to where you guys need to go. Making sure you're comfortable without losing your conditioning. Maybe have them go for a run. Shit like that. You don't put the headgear on and get it popping. You don't do the doghouse shit. So, I mean, I think he was dead wrong, bro. I think that it cost that young man the biggest bag of his career, because the tragedy is he probably never get a big fight like that again, bro. Who else gonna offer him that bag like that? Cause every other fighter that will offer him a big bag, bro, they not, number one, no disrespect to him, they ain't wasting their time with him. Number two, bro, at least you knew AB was only gonna throw like 5-6 punches around, bro. Who else could offer him a bag like that? Anyone else is gonna do him greasy. Gonna do him greasy. And so that shit probably done sailed on that young man, dog. All because of Roy Jones Jr. It's a horrible decision. Now, y'all know I got mad love for y'all. We got 140 people in here. I'm going to stop down right here because I think 3 digits look better than 2 digits. And right now, I'm showing 86 likes. So can I please get like 14 people just real quick? I ain't mad, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know it's all love, but can y'all get the likes up to 100 real quick before we keep cooking? Just get them to 100. We'll keep going. I just think that we can at least get to 100. You know what I'm saying? I just need 10 more people, bro. I just need 10 more people to hit the like button. We'll keep it going. I got 9. I need 9 more people. I need 9 more people, bro. There we go. My people, man. Y'all always coming through for you, boy. We up to 104. We good. Appreciate y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all. So that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like Roy, he should have did better. Hell of a fighter, phenomenal athlete, but you won't have nobody sparring no 8 days before the fight, bro. You don't, unless you try and prove a point. And if anybody could offer a reason other than him just trying to prove a point, then I'm all ears. But until then, bro, I'm gonna go with he was trying to prove a point and he let his ego get bigger than the fighter. And it ended up costing that fighter a life-changing payday. I don't know what he was getting paid to fight Adrian Broner, but I would dare to say it was probably more than every other fight that he ever made combined. So Michael Williams Jr. got like what, 20 fights? How many fights he got, bro? What up with it, Rick Timms? I see you. He got 21 fights, bro. That man got 21 fights. He was gonna get a bag from Adrian Broner fighting Adrian Broner that was more than all the rest of his 21 fights combined, bro. And you took that opportunity away from him with a stupid ass decision. 175K, yeah, he ain't made 175K fighting the dudes he been fighting, bro. Eddie said he last minute replacement, yeah, but he was still getting that bag because the show had to go on because of him. Without him stepping in to replace, then the show wouldn't have went on. So I'm sure he would get. I don't think he'd have made $175,000 in them 21 fights. He been like, no disrespect to how he came up. You know, everybody got to come up the hard way and shit. He was doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Backyard brawl type shit. You know, he was a young up and coming fighter, bro. Still is a young up and coming fighter because he could bounce back. But you know, once that jaw get touched like that, man, like, come on, bro. So, you know, it is what it is. That's what I think about that situation, man. I think that Roy Jones Jr. was dead ass wrong. Now let's talk about some more shit, man. Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor is official. If anybody want to come up before the debate starting about 35 minutes. We're starting the debate at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to come up and talk boxing, man, you're more than welcome. But Teofimo Lopez and Josh, man. If Teofimo Lopez, what's good with A-Side Boxing Talk? I see you. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Key, I see you too. Everything boxing, my brother in the building. Money, everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor is official. First, I'm going to start by saying, for all the criticism that I have of Teofimo Lopez Jr. and Teofimo Lopez Sr., what's up, Who Israel? What's up, True Native 401? For all the shit that the criticism that I have for them, right? I gotta give them credit for taking the fight and making the fight happen. I have to. Because at the end of the day, although we don't like the way that he did Devin Haney, I consider that a duck going to fight Kambosos when you ain't have to. That is one person that I say duck Devin Haney. Right? When you could have just fought for undisputed, you wouldn't fought Kambosos and end up getting your ass whooped. But this is a young man that got Kome, Nakatani, Lomachenko, and now he about to have Josh Taylor on his resume. And they said they were going after him, and they really went and got the fight. So I give him credit for that, for taking the fight. But I'm telling y'all right now, looking how he been looking. Big Dose, what up, bro? Chef Sosa, what up? Schizo Paul, what up? Looking how he been looking, bro, at 140. With his daddy in his corner. Teofimo Lopez might be just selling himself, bro. Like I know he probably coming to win, but he probably selling himself. He probably is shortening his career by taking this fight. Because if Josh Taylor shows up, not the dude that fought Jack Catterall that looked weight drained and wasn't himself and looked like a shell of himself. If Josh Taylor show up, the one that fought Prograis, or the one that fought Ramirez or Postal, that guy, dog, he gonna put all kind of hands, knees, toes, elbows, fingers. He gonna put everything that Teofimo Lopez want on him, bro. I'm worried about Teofimo Lopez's mental in this fight. I don't know if he got like I think we gonna like I think he gonna fold, y'all.
What's going on, bro?
What with the A-side boxing talk? I think he gonna fold.
Hey man, I gotta appreciate you having me on the panel. I'm gonna agree with you, and then I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you.
Now go ahead. Let me finish and then you got it. Right.
Okay. For sure,
so
for sure.
Yeah. So I'm kind of, that's where I'm at with it, bro. I think that Teofimo deserves props for taking it, but I think it could end real bad for him, bro. But go ahead, man. What you got for the show? Go ahead.
I say so again, bro. Appreciate you having me on, man. Let me come up here and politic with you, man. But I'm gonna agree with you, and I think that he definitely gonna lose this fight, but I don't think he had a choice, man. I think Teo pretty much wrote his record when he did the move with Kambosos and tried to go the other route. And when they re-signed with Top Rank, I think they was under a clear understanding that whatever fight get presented to you, that's the fight you're gonna take. I don't think he had nowhere else to go. He been selling wolf tickets like he was calling Josh Taylor out, been wanting to be the champion. I mean, I think he want the fight, but is he ready? No way. And did he have a choice? Probably not to take that fight. I don't think he did. I think Teofimo, we might have seen him peak already, because since the Lomachenko performance, he's had 3 bad performances.
I agree with that.
And it showed me, like, anytime he go through adversity, remember the Nakatani fight, like you talked about. After the Nakatani fight, what he say? Oh man, I ain't fighting no more tall guys. After just after this last fight, damn, do I still got it? He didn't look good against Ocampo, who's the 61st ranked 140 pounder in his 140 debut. Sandor Martin, he
Josh Taylor is taller than Nakatani and longer than Nakatani.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's more skilled than Nakatani.
Yeah, man. So I think it's gonna get real rough in there for Teo, man. I really feel like this is the fight that's going to turn Teo into Fernando Vargas, man. A little bit too young, a little bit too much, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Monk with the $5 in Super J. Says they took that fight off of pure delusion. His father has convinced him since the beginning that he's more than what he is. And Mr. Monk, that's my biggest issue, is that I think the reason I say he gonna fold OG Mr. Monk is because I know his daddy gonna be lying to him. Like, we gonna be watching Teofimo get his ass whooped, right? And his daddy gonna be lying to him and shit. I just watched his daddy lie to him against Cam. I watched this man father tell him, "You didn't get knocked down, you slipped." And I'm like, bro, you didn't see like his daddy get a worse in the ring instructions in the world. So while I salute them for taking the fight, while I salute them for being willing to get in there and actually bag up the shit that they've been saying, like, I salute that shit. I also think that they're gonna get their ass whooped. No, what up? I ain't seen him in it, bro. Salute. So that's my thing with it, bro. I think it's a damn good fight, and I can compartmentalize and say, while it's a good fight, I give props to Teofimo for taking it. I can also say at the same time, Josh Taylor, he ducked Jack Catterall, bro. He ducking Jack Catterall for this fight. And this is the part of boxing that I don't like, because Jack Catterall, no disrespect to Teofimo and what he did at 135, Jack Catterall at 140 deserved this shot over Teofimo, and it ain't even close. But it's a money grab. It's about both of them being true top-ranked fighters, and it's about building Josh Taylor's name in America more so than it is giving the guy that rightfully deserves a shot at the belts his opportunity to fight for the belt. I mean, look at the ways that Jack Catterall got screwed over. Number one, when he fought Josh Taylor and beat him the first time, clearly, in my opinion, it was for all 4 belts. Then Josh Taylor goes and drops 3 of them, and then he's supposed to rematch Jack Catterall, but it's only for 1 belt. So he got screwed over in that regard. Then after he got screwed over in that regard, now Josh Taylor is talking about something wrong with his foot. He got plantar fasciitis, but then he was standing up trying to fight Jack Catterall and talking shit to him, walking towards him and shit like his foot was okay at the Chris Eubanks Jr. fight. So after he does that, then he pulls out the fight and fights Teofimo instead. Nah, bro, I can't. Like Josh Taylor, I hate that he's taking the fight, because I wanted to see him run that shit back with Jack Catterall and right that wrong, because I felt like he looked like shit in that fight. I felt like Jack Catterall clearly won that fight. And now Josh Taylor is getting a reprieve, and he's getting a bigger bag, and he's fighting Teofimo Lopez instead of giving the guy the opportunity that deserves it. So I hate that for Jack Catterall, but for Teofimo Lopez, salute to him, bro, because they talk a lot of shit, and at least they willing. It seems like they'll bag it up with everybody but Devin Haney. And so I will give him that respect. Shout out to Wayne's World with the $2 in the super chat. Says, peace. What are you talking about, Wilder pulling out Ruiz? Nah, we ain't talking about that. I ain't know he pulled out of the Ruiz fight. I gotta look into that, Wayne's World. But thanks for the support in the super chat. Lone Star Steph, what up, bro? Salute to you in the super chat with the $2. He said, what up with it, KO? In truth, I can dig. Be well, gents. You be well too, bro. And like my wife said, y'all smash the damn like button. And I see my brother Chicken Talk in the building. What up with it, man? Jelly Bean, for 280. What's up with it, bro? But what you got on the Josh Taylor side of things, man? You like him fighting Teofimo Lopez, or did you want to see him running back with Catterall?
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see him running back with Catterall. I believe he said that he got out of that fight. It was some clause about rescheduling the fight and some more stuff. So, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think it's a good fight for Josh Taylor. If he could still be that guy we seen against Jose Ramirez, I think he'll make Teo look. He'll make. I don't want to say easy. I think he's gonna make easy work out of Teo. I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, you're talking about a guy that's a very good inside fighter, and let's be real, Josh Taylor borderline dirty, man. He gonna punch you out the clinch. You know what I mean? He gonna grab you. He gonna do a lot. He like to get naked dirty. Teofimo Lopez, since the departure of Joey Gamache, has been basically a one-dimensional fighter. He waiting for you to come forward so he can counterpunch you. That's all he has done those last 3 fights, and we've been seeing it. Not effectively cutting off the ring, falling for the same traps. You know what I mean? Not showing that his ring IQ is low because he's not showing those in-ring adjustments, simple in-ring adjustments that even if you got a bad trainer, a good fighter will see and know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just feel like I hear what you're saying about them taking that fight, but I think this is Top Rank's version of sink or swim for Teo. Let's be real. They got Bruce Trampler over there, great matchmaker. Brad Goodman, great matchmaker. Carl Moretti. Those guys know what they're doing in moving fighters. When have you ever seen a fighter perform like this in these fights and then be put up against a champion, a caliber of Josh Taylor? A pound.
Yeah, Bob said this is how you, when you pay attention to everything, bro. You brought up a lot of good points, but this is how you know Bob R. West, what up? This is how you know Bob Quickly. I see you, Picasso. What up? Just do what up? This how you, Roderick. I see you, bro. What's up with it, man? This how you know Bob is selling Teofimo to Josh Taylor, because he told you, said, with my champions, I don't put them in a fight unless I'm 80% sure they're gonna win. And we know Josh Taylor is the champion right now, bro. He putting Josh Taylor in that hole because he believes Josh Taylor about to put hands on Teofimo, man. He love promoting people that look like Josh Taylor, man. He love that shit. He eat that shit up. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Edgar Chavez, what up? RS Cooper 23, what up? Right side, what's good? Talk to him.
What up, KO? What up, A-Side? Much love to both of y'all, man.
It was good.
Man, it's a damn shame multiple ways with this fight going on. I ain't got a problem with the fight overall, but at the same time, this is a clear duck tactic from Josh Taylor, right? This is clearly, I mean, I know a lot of people like myself, I thought Catterall beat him in the first fight. Definitely wanted to see the rematch. was excited that he said that he was going to get the smoke, go back and have that rematch. So for that not to be taking place, and now they're talking about Catterall fighting. Who knows who we might be fighting? I heard a few different names. But the other thing is Teofimo Lopez. He's done nothing to deserve this fight, and since he's been at the 140-pound division, he's looked every bit of. I mean, he ain't looked much different from the damn Kambosos fight where he got his ass whooped there. He hadn't looked better, and so I understand the logic of Bob. And this is one thing I give Top Rank credit for. Top Rank, they gonna match you tough, bro. If you supposed to be the good, they gonna match you pretty tough. Of course, they gonna build your resume, but when you become a champion, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be fighting the other champions at Top Rank. So I give him credit for that. But at the same time, Teo's not ready for this fight. He's not ready mentally for it. This is a bigger fighter than he's used to fighting, anyways. A dirtier, more dog. Josh Taylor, regardless of what we want to say, he got dog in him. He's a dog. And so I question T.O.'s heart. Unfortunately, I got to question his heart. I question the dog in him. And in this fight, bro, I would not be surprised. And I'm interested to hear where this fight is going to take place. Very interested to see where it takes place.
Guarantee you it's going to be probably in New York.
See, and
probably going to be in New York so the Irish and them Scotland people can get, they just need to fly to the East Coast. That's it. They ain't got to fly all the way across the country to Vegas. So they going to come, and then Teofimo, you know, he from the New York. He from Brooklyn.
Josh Taylor the champion. But Josh Taylor the
don't
champion.
Matter. Man, this shit going to be in New York, bro. I guarantee you.
Wow. All I know is, man, T.O., you better show up in this fight, because if you don't show up in this fight, hey, your career gonna take a huge turn. You know what I'm saying? And you might find out that you being served, you start to get served up, and they're trying to see whether you can be a champion or you're gonna end up being a gatekeeper. That if you lose this fight, that's probably where you're gonna end up at. So, hey man, shout out to T.O., man.
If he loses this fight, his next stop, they gonna feed him to Devin when he move up. They just gonna keep feeding him to people, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Cypress says he's hearing this in Glasgow, in Josh Taylor hometown. I mean, hopefully, you know, he deserves it wherever Josh Taylor want to fight, he deserves it. But I'm more than likely, if they were gonna fight in Josh Taylor hometown, then they would just have him fight Catterall anyway, because Catterall is a bigger name over there than Teofimo is over there. So if they were fighting in Josh Taylor hometown, I believe they just let him go through with the Catterall fight. The fact that he fighting Teofimo speaks volumes to me, bro. It speaks volumes to me. He's fighting Teofimo because they want to make him a name in the United States, bro. And you don't make a dude a name in the United States by still having them fight in another country. They fighting in the USA, bro. I believe they fighting in the USA. What's up with it, BF? I see you, bro. Chicken Talk said he wanted to defend T.O. He said, let me say something in T.O.'s defense. In his biggest fights, he has performed at his best. Comey and Loma, he might just be a big fighter. Yeah, okay. I hope so, because that makes the fight more. That makes the fight more competitive, and that makes the fight, you know, better. You know what I mean? BF said they are fighting in NY, so my assumptions might be correct, because I just know they fighting. I didn't read the article. I just saw that it was official for June 10th. Now, a couple of other things. We got about 20 minutes before the debate starts. A couple of other things, bro. What's this shit they talking about right side? I seen something where like Earl and Bud, you could order the pay-per-view on Spectrum or some shit and say June 10th and all that shit, man. What everybody talking about with that shit, man? Fill me in on it, bro.
Cap, bro. This is we're not going down.
I ain't talking about that shit, man. What they talking about though? Is it on there?
I don't even know. I hadn't even checked to see if it's on there, but I've heard multiple people say, well, it's gonna be $74.99, and I've heard people talk about it, but I don't have Spectrum to be. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. All I'm saying is, it don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. You're not gonna keep just telling me, the fight finna happen now. All right, y'all been telling me the fight gonna happen. They told me it was that in November 19th the fight was happening. And come on, bro, you're not gonna keep just pushing the same nonsense, bro. It's lies, in my opinion, until I see signed paperwork, or man, even if I see signed paperwork, I still don't believe this shit happening. They gotta literally be in the ring before I believe it, bro. It's not happening in my man.
Why you so scared, man? Why you so scared, bro? Is it because you took off work last year and shit, man? Is that why you still so scared?
bro. You know, man, fuck, man. You know why I got. You know how this fight done pushed me to other places that I don't even want to talk about. So I'm just saying, man. Damn all the nonsense. I refuse to believe that it's happening until I hear a credible source come out and say this is the fight date. These are the terms that have been. I still ain't gonna believe it then. So forget the credible source. You got to be in the ring at this point for me.
Damn. All right, A-Side Boxing, you back, man. We was talking about this Errol Spence Terence Crawford shit, man. They I was hearing people say that they got the fight on Spectrum. It's for June 10th, and that means that the fight is done now and all that shit, man. You heard anything about that, man? What you got on that?
Yeah,
KQ, what up? I see
yeah,
you.
so I actually seen a comment from Steven Espinosa that said that that fight date was there because I guess in the past when you doing pay-per-view you got to reserve the dates. I obviously like ahead of time you got to reserve dates. So he's saying I guess it's true that somebody sent that to them, but when they put that date in there as reserved is the question. You know what I mean? But I mean, all signs don't look like we getting that fight, man. And I'm with bro, man. I'm kind of tired of talking about that joint, man. We getting some good fights, man. We got Inoue and them coming up, man. A lot of these guys, I mean, I can't listen. I want to see the fight as bad as everybody else, man. But damn, man, I ain't gonna lie. I had bought a plane ticket to Vegas. We was planning a cookout out that joint and all that, man. We was supposed to be out that thing, man. So you know, it is what it is, man. Hopefully they get it on though. I mean, if they say they fighting, then I want to see it. But other than that, man, I gotta focus on the boxing that's happening.
Warriors Boxing, I see you. Jay Grant Jr., what up? Green, what up? Windy City Assassin, what up? Look, man, the reason I ain't talking on this shit, obviously I'm asking him a question. I'm trying to be a good host and shit, but y'all know I looked at the shit and studied the shit. The reason I ain't make video about the shit, because some things ain't worth a video, bro. And that's one of them things, like, you got to know what to, you know what I'm saying, what can be real and what can be fake. Just to give y'all an example, did you know that you could bet on the Tyson Fury Francis Ngannou fight right now? You can lay a bet down. You can go give Vegas your money on Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. You know that shit? You can also go lay your money down right now on Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Jose Aldo, bro. You can go lay your money down on that shit right now. You can take your $100. You can take your $20. You can go bet it on Floyd Mayweather to beat Jose Aldo, or you can bet on Tyson Fury to beat Francis Ngannou. And neither one of those fights are fucking real. Neither one of those fights exist, but you can bet on them though. So when people be looking at like, oh, the cable company said this and so shit, that mean that the fight is done, or you know they got this up on the bookies. You can bet on this fight, so that mean that they know something that we don't know, and isn't that like, nah, bro? That's not what that shit mean, man. They had fucking Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua odds for fucking months, bro. For months they had them odds up there, bro. They had all kind of shit up there for you. I seen some Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather odds before. No, not Logan, because he fought him. It was Jake Paul. I done seen all kinds of crazy shit, man. So I'm not buying that shit, bro. I'm with the brothers on the panel. I think that shit is cap and just more ways for people to try to, you know, swindle their way out and make content and have shit to talk about. I think if you looking at that shit and reading into it, bro, you just, at this point, you just hoping, you wishing upon a star with this goddamn fight, man. Just wait for them to announce the shit. Like, I'm not like right side. I'm not that scarred. I don't need the shit to be them to be in the ring to believe it. I need Earl to actually announce the fight. And once I see a press conference, then I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm in. I'm all in on it. I don't need to see him in the ring. Right side is scarred because he wasted his PTO on this shit, and then he ended up having to work when he didn't want to work because he took off for the fight, and then that shit fell through on him. So life is good. What up? But y'all brought up something I want to talk about, bro. This goddamn Stephen Fulton and Monster Inoue fight. Good move or bad move for Cool Boy Steph to go to Japan, man? What y'all thinking? Y'all like him being willing to make that move? Y'all think he biting off more than he can chew? Is this a 50-50 fight? What we thinking about the fight, man?
I think that's a great fight, man. I think that's a great 50-50 fight. I think that's the biggest money that he gonna get fighting at 122. In a way, I mean, a lot of the boxing casuals don't know him here, but he's a star in Japan. You know what I mean? So again, he going over there to be the B-side. So you going over there getting the biggest bag of your career, and from being a B-side, you must be in there with somebody that can sell. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Fulton is the bigger guy. He could do everything. He could, you know what I mean? Only thing we haven't really seen from him is the concussive power. but I mean, he got some good stoppages. It's not nothing that Stephen Fulton can't do. I really feel like Stephen Fulton going to outclass this guy just because we seen him go to war with Brandon or go to war with Angelo Leo. People forget that before he wasn't doing that. He was breaking guys down systematically, big punches like Arnold Kagi. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We got to, I know everybody in love with that Inoue power, but Inoue already then came out and said, hey, I never fought a black fighter. I never been in a ring with a slick black fighter. And now you not only, now whatever sparring you get is the sparring you're going to get, but it can't prepare you for one of the slickest, smartest black fighters under the 130-pound weight limit. You know what I mean? So I really feel like Stephen Fulton going to pull this out. I don't think it's going to be no knockdown drag out, but I think it's going to look more like that Danny Roman fight than people think it is.
Oh, you got Fulton with the knockout. Damn. Hey,
no, he
everybody,
Danny Roman.
I got you, bro. Everybody, go ahead, right side. Y'all go quick because the debate starting about 15 minutes. Right side, go ahead, bro. What you got on the fight?
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it real quick. I agree, man. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? That he going over there, that he gonna make the fight. We always say we want to see the best fight the best. We want fighters to take that risk. So shout out to Steve Cool Boy for taking the risk. You know what I'm saying? And I think I agree with the breakdown A-Side just gave. I think Cool Boy is the goods. I think he can go be that slick fighter. He gonna give Inoue a lot of trouble because of the style that he fights with. And at the end of the day, it's not gonna be a slugfest. And if he's not a slugfest, I think he's more skillful than Monster is. But I will say, and with this being Monster's first fight at 22, him going up in weight, not knowing how that power is going to translate, I think all of those play a huge factor. But Monster in a way, the brother can fight, he can crack, and so I still think it's a 50-50 fight, 55-45, something like that. Because I'm picking Cool Boy, I'm giving him the edge, but at the same time, I still think Monster he gonna bring the smoke.
Picasso, I'm trying to be professional, bro. Don't make me laugh with them jokes and shit in my chat, man. Stupid ass, man. Go, Jimmy, go ahead, man. What you got?
Salute, bro. Nah, it's good to see you do more content. You know, I love your channel. So when you're pumping out more content, it's always good. You know, I'm just here to talk boxing. I don't want to pay attention to any trolls not trying to clout chase me in the chat. Inoue Fulton, one of the best fights in all of
boxing. You in the chat, Jimmy. Don't start that bullshit up here, man.
I'm an OG in the YTBC. Listen, bro, this is a tremendous fight.
No, bro.
You're not numerically, bro. I think this is a great fight. For me personally, I actually think I'm probably more hyped for this than Crawford Spence because I kind of feel burnt out. I'm cool with that never happening. With this fight, you got two young champions, two gunslingers in there, so I look forward to it. You know, I think for me it's like 60-40. You know, I edge Inoue. I think he's the more dynamic and more explosive fighter. But Fulton, man, this dude's he's a tough out, man. For Inoue to take on the top dog at 122 in his first fight, he deserves credit. For Fulton to go to Japan, you know, it proves that PBC fighters can do whatever they want. You know, they don't have to hide behind Al Heyman. So for me, may the best man win. I edge towards Inoue, but it's a tremendous fight. And shout out to my fangirls in the chat. You know, keep sending me love.
Upper Echelon, talk to me. What you got, bro? And salute to you, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I've been, I spent the week in the hospital and I've been getting my health back together, bro. I sent you something too,
man.
bro.
I'm glad to hear you. Glad to hear you doing better, bro. And I hate you had to make that visit, man. Glad you're doing good.
Everything good, my brother. Hope everything good.
Yeah, everything good, man. I'm back to 90%. They got me on these iron regiments and stuff. You know, had a little blood problem, but I'm gonna tell you like this: Stephen Fulton's gonna stop this guy. He gonna systematically.
Damn, another one for the Fulton stoppage. Damn, that's two.
I'm gonna explain it to you.
A-side know his boxing. I know you do too. I'm listening. Talk to me, y'all.
Go back to the Angelo Leo fight and the Danny Romaine fight. Y'all must don't realize Stephen Fulton has power. He can sit down on his shots. Yeah, he can sit there and throw with Brandon Figueroa. If we go back to Inoue's fight with the 37-year-old Donaire, if he could have pushed a little bit more, he would have got him up out of there. He broke the man's face, everything. We see that Inoue cannot handle a slick fighter that got angles. Stephen Fulton's too fast for him, and he's too big. The man's almost damn boot size. If y'all see him in boots beside each other, Stephen Fulton's not a small guy, and he's used to fighting bigger fighters. Stephen Fulton's too big for Inoue. Inoue's never fought a black guy. Stephen Fulton's too fast. He got angles, and he hits hard. People don't realize Stephen Fulton can sit down on his shots. Inoue's power is not going to carry as much as he thinks. That's the problem. They think his power going to carry up there. He's going against a
it's like what I hear right side say about Devin all the time, bro. Ain't nobody walking through his shit. Y'all say he ain't got no power. Ain't nobody walking through his shit.
Where did I lie? Where did I lie? Did I lie?
No, but I'm just
I ain't
saying.
say you know, I'm just saying the same thing. I'm here. Go ahead, bro. My bad, man. Damn, man.
But first off, you got to catch Fulton flush, and don't nobody catch Fulton flush. Brandon Figueroa couldn't do it. Angelo Leo, Danny Roman, and that boy, he has stopping power. He done stopped them people, and he's done fought 9 undefeated fighters and took their O. Inoue hasn't been in the ring with somebody like this, and them angles is gonna kill him. The way Donaire killed him with the angles, Fulton's a little bit slicker than Donaire and faster, and he can sit down on them shots. Anyway, I think they're gonna throw in the towel around the 8th and 9th round, because once Fulton started letting that pressure on, if y'all go back and watch his fights, I done did videos on him. Once he started letting it go, he just cracks the dam, and once the dam opened, the tidal wave flushed through, and they got to stop it, and it's gonna be too much punishment for Inoue.
So you see him doing him like Danny, like he did Danny Ramon, like just bad.
Yeah,
just pushing him back behind the jab, just too long, too skilled, too slick. Inoue just a step or two behind, and he just fucking him up.
Yes,
damn,
that's exactly the way I see him, just like that fight right there. But I give credit to Inoue for running into a fire head first, but you gotta realize that was a gasoline fire.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna let Rick go, and then I gotta can anybody right side A side boxing talk upper echelon, bro? Can one of y'all judge? I just need one judge. If anybody want to judge the debate, if you can't, that's cool.
I'm always down to judge. I'll let anybody else debate. If y'all want to first, I'll give them the first option, but I'm always willing to.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, go ahead, bro. I'll just sit back and watch.
Already, okay.
Definitely, I'll sit back and watch.
But if ain't nobody else to do it, then I'll do it. But if you got one,
right side got it, bro. I ain't mean to put y'all on the spot. I know people busy and shit. If anybody wanted to do it, I was gonna be y'all opportunity.
Yeah, I'm
so right side, you judging again. Don't be cheating and shit, man. Don't be cheating and shit. But let me say this, and I want to go to my brother Rick. And I see you back there, Goon. Everybody that's in the debate, Goon is back there. KQKC, you come on up. Manager Marty, Terrence Best Videos, y'all go ahead and click that link, man. I'm about to get these brothers off the panel once I get Rick's thoughts, and then we're gonna get the debate started. But my thing is this, bro, about him getting knocked out and shit. Like, I would just say I watched Inoue push through a motherfucking broken jaw, bro. So I like stopping him in Japan in front of his fans and shit. I gotta see
There's
that.
levels to this shit, baby.
I ain't saying Cool Boy can't win. I gotta see that shit.
It's levels.
Like that dude tough as shit, man.
He been in there working on his power too. He been in there with boots working on his power.
I got you. That's gonna be the statement of all statements, is what I'm saying. I ain't saying
he know he's not going over there for a decision. He said
a statement, bro. That's gonna be a statement. But Rick, what's up with it, bro?
Oh man, what's up with it? Knockout panel, everybody in the chat. Oh, two things, man. First, as far as Fulton and Inoue, you know I'm riding with Cool Boy. I got him winning 8-4, maybe 9-3. That's what it's gonna take for him to pull it out there in Japan. He's gonna have to be extremely convincing. Whether he stop him or not, he's gonna have to be dominant to get that decision out there. And I give him
go ahead, keep cooking, Rick. Hey, everybody that's not judging, bro, I'm finna have y'all hop off, man. I appreciate y'all coming up. If you got a channel, drop your link to your channel in the chat, and then I'll be sure to put it up here for people to go subscribe to your channel. But I appreciate y'all, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, bro.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm riding with Cool Boy on that. But here's my question to you, Knockout. You too, right side, whoever else. Roy, we've been talking about Roy lately. And Roy got this fight coming up April 1st against this MMA UFC dude. This 36-year-old dude never had a boxing match. and it's all good and dandy. But here's my question, y'all. Roy officially haven't fought since February of like 2018. And this fight that he's having with this dude, Anthony Pettis, is gonna be officially on his record 5 years later. So my question is this something that we need to look forward to as far as retired fighters facing MMA, maybe even YouTube, and it's going to be officially on their records? Because Roy win, it's gonna be an extra W on his box record. What you think about that, Knockout? Hell, you too, homie.
I don't think it should be on his record, bro. I don't think it should be on this record. I am not interested in 55, 56-year-old fighters, bro. No disrespect to nobody. Get your money how you get your money. Do your exhibitions and shit like that. But we ain't. I'm not with that shit, bro. I don't want that shit to be on his record, bro. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Is it a sanctioned fight?
Yes, absolutely. It's in Milwaukee. The fight in Milwaukee, right side, April 1st, and hell, it's probably like 10 fights on the card.
I gotta check it out. I don't even know who dude is, but ain't no way this should be a fight for actual victory on your overall record or your professional record. Should be considered a not amateur fight, excuse me, an exhibition fight at best. And I mean, I hope this ain't but we've seen this a lot. We've seen a lot of fighters that aren't in their prime anymore fighting these MMA guys, YouTubers, just trying to get a bag. So, hey man, I don't know. I ain't got too much for it.
Yeah, man. Salute to my. I appreciate you, Rick, and salute to my brother Jerome King coming through heavy with that $50 in the Cash App. Says for the genius idea of the debate series, bro. I appreciate you, man. And then salute to Big Ray with the $5 in the super chat. Says shout out. I mean the Cash App says shout out to my G, and then shout out to Upper Echelon, man, for Shalom King. Peace and blessings to you, Upper Echelon. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate y'all coming through and showing love, man. So real quick, let me hold on. I need to be sending this real quick. Waiting.
What up, OG? KQ in the building. Salute, Goon. What's going on, brothers?
Hey, man, what's going on? What up, though?
What's happening with you?
Slow motion.
All right.
Chilling, man. And shout out to Mr. Munt with the $5 in the super chat. He say you don't go your entire career without fighting or sparring a black fighter and then be able to pick up on the rhythm of a fighter like Fulton. That's a great point, and that's probably gonna be Monster Inoue's downfall. And the other thing too, bro, like Monster Inoue can't cut the ring off, bro. Did y'all see his fight against Paul Butler?
Yeah, last one.
Yeah, that shit was bad, bro. We got 320 people in the building, 197 likes. Y'all, please do not forget to hit the like button. Boss Red 357 with the $5 in the super chat says, tell OG to hit them notes for us. That super chat. Wow. I can't have KQKC working for free. I tell you what. Go hit him up tomorrow morning, and he'll do it for you when you get your super chat, man. But I appreciate.
Hey, I got him, man. I got him. You know, I ain't gonna do.
Go ahead, then. KQ.
Boss Red 357, and that chat. Yeah. Wow. I ain't gonna do your people like that, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, man. Dropping them vocals and shit on us. All right, man. We got everybody is here but you, Terrence. Best videos. Now, we've been on all the emails. We waiting on you. Said you was coming. We got the link for you. Don't duck Manager Marty, man. Don't do that, bro. We need you in the building, bro. We need you in here now. Come on, I done sent you an email. I saw you in the chat earlier when the show first started. We ready for you, bro. It is 8:30. Come on up here while we waiting on them, man. Shout out to BFTB in the super chat. And I'm gonna go around and we're gonna explain the debate And hopefully by the time we get done going around and introducing everybody, Terrence will be up here, man. Don't be like the fighter that you repping, bro. Don't be like that, man. You gotta come on up here, man, and get this shit, man. Shout out to BFTB Boxing with the $20 in super chat. Says, sing it one more time, He say, sing it one more time. There go Terrence. He back there. He say, I ain't ducking no fade. Hey,
what's up, BFTB and that ow, wow. Ow. Wow.
Hey, when you ain't up here, bro. When you ain't up here, I'm just gonna start calling you on the phone to sing them home. Maybe they'll give me some more money. You know what I'm talking about? hey, maybe they give you boy some more money if I just call you up and put you on speaker and say, OG, hit that shit one time.
One time for the one time.
Man. Yeah, man. All right, let me give y'all the rules of the debate, and we're gonna introduce everybody. We're gonna get this shit popping. So each person gonna have 3 10-minute rounds. They got 5 minutes for the rebuttal. Terrence, you gotta go on mute right quick, bro. You gotta go on mute right quick. Yeah, you good. I got you. And they're gonna have 10 minutes for their round, 5 minutes for a rebuttal. Goon is gonna be judging, right side is gonna be judging, I'm gonna be judging, and then KC is gonna be our moderator to read the questions to him and keep y'all entertained in the chat. If we get any super chats, I will read them in between rounds. I'm not gonna stop Manager Marty in the middle of his round trying to read a super chat. I'm not gonna stop Terrence in the middle of his round trying to read a super chat. So I'm gonna star him, I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna make sure I save them, and then after round 1, if we have super chats, I'll read them. After round 2, if we have super chats, I'll read them, so forth and so on. I'm gonna flip the coin to see who go first. But before I do, let's go to our moderator first, KQKC. Let them know how you doing it, man. Let them know they can't be talking over each other and shit. They gotta take their turns.
Yes, sir.
You ain't taking no bullshit. You will karate chop a motherfucker if they get out of line, man. Let them know the rules and what you looking for, man, and what they gotta do, man.
Okay, well, he already explained the rules to y'all. You all know the 10-minute rounds and 5-minute rebuttal. And please, if you have your camera on, please don't try to entice this chat, by face movement and body language, things like that. Just keep it, just straight talk and straight debate. All right. We're going to have a little class. All right. That's all I have to say. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Terrence was having some audio issues. He'll be right back, though. Right side, man, as a judge, let them know what you're looking for and how they can win your vote, man.
First things first, man. I got to put this out here. If you speak during the other person's round, normally we'll say, no, we're not doing that today. If you're speaking during the other person when it's their time to speak, then I'm dinging you heavy for that. You're probably gonna lose that round, respectfully though. Respectfully. Besides that, man, y'all make sure y'all come in with facts, and it's all about how you put the story together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, man. Come with the facts, put your story together, present your case, and stay on topic. That's what I'm really looking for.
100%. Shout out to a resilient dad. Every time I'm live, he come through heavy, showing support, bro. I appreciate you, man. You keeping the channel going with your support, man. Thank you so much with that $50 in super chat. He says, tapping in from the Bay. Let's get it on with respect. 100% facts, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. As always. Goon, what's up with it, bro?
What's going on, my baby, man? We just chilling, man. I'm ready to hear a good debate, man. I didn't know it was gonna be these two guys, but I meant the topic. But let's get it.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I say it in front of everybody. That's why I just asked you, would you judge first?
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I just asked you, would you judge first? I like, say, bro, will you judge? And then he was like, yeah. He was like, hey, but hold up, what's the topic? Then I told him the topic. He was like, oh shit, this gonna be some bullshit. Hey, I had to get you in first because you a man of your word and shit. So once I got you in, then I go ahead and let you know.
You know I'm gonna keep it a Band-Aid, man. I just want everybody to stay on topic, like they said, for sure. Yeah. And like me, the way I roll, like I'll go with whatever narrative you're going with, but you're gonna have to stay on topic and have facts. Don't have a little bit of your opinion to make it a fact. Just come with the facts and
you talking about come on.
Hey, Johnny Q, that shit be throwing me out. I already told Goon that shit. Goon, he say that my baby be throwing me out. It throw me out too, Johnny Q. I be like,
oh, my bad. It's my bad.
Be throwing me out, bro. like, yo,
My
baby,
bad.
but
I'm
it's
hearing
where
like
he
double.
from, bro. That's their lingo and shit. That's how you do. And then shout out to BFTV Boxing with the $100 in super
Have
chat.
to do with anything.
Shout out to my brother. He says, no one outdoes me. You can just tie me, put some respect on my homie page and hit the like button. Y'all heard him. Hit the damn like button. We got 323 people in the building.
Hello?
I got 224 likes. I know y'all can give me up over 300, but I ain't gonna hold it up no more, man. Let me go to Manager Marty. Manager Marty, what's up with it, bro? Welcome to the stage, man. Let them know what kind of performance you putting on today, man. What can we expect from you, man?
You know, well, good evening. Salute to everybody on the panel. Salute to all the judges. Salute to the hosts. Thank you for having me. We've been talking about me coming on here for a few months. I'm finally glad to be here after researching the format. I'm excited about it. Salute to everybody in the chat, even though I can't see anybody in the chat. I can't see anything else, but I'm just excited to be here. We're going to present this in three different ways. You know, everybody that knows me know this, and if you don't know me, you will know this after this evening, that I try to provide a form of entertainment and education when I talk about the business and the sport of boxing. So I'm going to present all three rounds, what I like to call PR, since it's all about public relations. And when I say PR, I'm talking about the first letter being start with the letter P, the second letter start with the letter R. So round one, you can expect me to basically present my perspective as the professor. You know, round two, I'm gonna present my perspective as the promoter. And then round three, people always joke with me about the way I present myself as a preacher. So y'all gonna get all three P's in each round, and we're gonna see if we can make this as entertaining as possible.
Already. Terrence, I see you having audio issues, man. You gotta get that together. I'm ready to get going. Don't you make me have to try to argue for Terence Crawford. I will do it. I don't want to do it, but I will try. I will try now, shit. But I'm just waiting on Terrence to get his stuff together. His stuff is in the back. He's trying to get his device together. He's been having some issues. But yeah, man. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Terrence, if you can hear me, man, whatever device you was on last week. Whatever device you was on the last time you came up here with me, that's what we need you on, bro. We need you to get that together and get it fixed, bro, because we waiting on you to come give us what we can expect from you so we can get this thing started, bro. This is going to be epic as long as we can stick to the rules, man. I think these brothers gonna put on the show for us, bro. There you go. I think he might be good now. Pull him up. Hey, Terrence, hold on, right side. Terrence, you there?
You see, it's still double. Listen to it like triple.
Do you got your YouTube on, bro? Terrence?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm hearing like doubles and triple. I'm about to go on my cell phone.
Hey, what we can do is we can mute everybody when it's your turn to talk. But if you need to go to your cell phone, just go ahead and go to your cell phone.
I'm about to go to my cell phone.
Okay. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. So I'm gonna have you go off, Terrence, and you just come back when you get on your other device. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with that $2 in the super chat. He says, Khan. He's the only Amir Khan fan that I know. I'm telling y'all that right now. He is the only Amir Khan fan that I have come across that's still riding for Amir Khan. The only one. All right, Terrence. All right, bro. When you come back, let's make sure we got it together, man. Dang Father says, pay that internet bill. Nah, I don't do it like that, man. You know, little technical difficulties and shit, man. It happens sometimes, bro. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all know we about to get it, man. It's about to be lit, bro. There you go. I think you're good now.
And I do want to let the brother know about talking in between rounds. And I'm not saying he's gonna do it, but if just in case, I want to make sure he has the best opportunity as well. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, Terrence. You good? Everything good now, bro?
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone, so I'm good.
All right, cool, man. Let us know. Let the people know what type of performance you about to put on, man. What can we expect from you, bro?
Shoot. What's your channel name, man? Straight knockout, bro. Let's go.
Oh shit! All right, shout out BFTV Boxing back in the super chat with the $5. It says I'm picking about who I sub to, and Manager Marty got me ready to fire off on the sub button. Yeah, man, he be cooking over there, bro. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man, we about to get it. So let me share my screen. We'll do the coin flip right quick. Fellas, who got heads and who got tails? What y'all calling, man?
Tails.
All right, hold on. Here we go. All right, we in there. Y'all can see my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right, here we flipping it right now. Terrence got tails. Let's see what it land on one time. Landed on heads. Manager Marty wants to go first, bro.
All right, now, do you want me to keep my camera on or turn it off, or how you guys do it?
You can do whatever you want, but you get to pick. Who do you want to go first? Because he called tails. It landed on heads, so you get to pick who go first. Who do you want to go first? Do you want to go first, or you want him to go first?
You know what? Since it's already on me, I'm gonna go first.
All right, OG, read him this question that we got for him right here, and then let's go ahead and get it started. You got your timer, right, KQ?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Did Bud duck EJ? Roll the tape, Marty. You got 10 minutes, baby.
You got it. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this the long way. Because as a professor, it's all about education. And it's all about breaking things down to its lowest common denominator. And I'm going to do that as eloquently as I can. Now, let's start off with Terence Bud Crawford, and let's subsequently follow Terence Bud Crawford with Errol Spence. What am I talking about? I'm talking about behavior patterns. Let's start there first. When Terence Bud Crawford entered into the 147-pound division, and he defeated Jeff Horn, and he won the WBO title. If you look at his behavior patterns and his subsequent 6 fights after winning the title, you will discover that Terence Bud Crawford never made any attempts to compete for any more titles. Now let's look at Spence's behavior patterns to the contrary. When Errol Spence won his first welterweight title, the IBF title against Kell Brook, and you look at his subsequent 6 fights, he pursued and competed for 2 more titles and won them both. Why is that significant? Because when you look at what these men have accomplished, both of these men, Spence and Crawford, you will see one distinct difference, and that is opposition. When you look at Spence's resume with regards to opposition, he's fought, I would like to say, a fair amount of good opposition. Kell Brook, good opposition based on his caliber. Lamont Peterson, even though we know he was basically on his way out the door, but just looking at his overall body of work as a fighter, he get a small little bit of credit, just a little bit of credit. Let's take Mikey Garcia, in my opinion, future Hall of Famer. Sean Porter, who was the WBC champion. Danny Garcia, body of work overall, good fighter. Multi-division world champion. And Ugas, who was the WBA champion. Now let's look at Terence Crawford's resume in opposition. He fought Benavidez Jr., Amir Khan, Mean Machine. We got to give him credit for Kell Brook, just like we did Spence, even though Kell Brook was probably on his way out the door and he's faced some injuries. Still give him credit because it's still Kell Brook overall body of work. Got to get a man credit. Sean Porter, even though he was on his way out the door retiring, his words, not mine. Body of work overall, still give him credit. Got to give Jeff Horn credit because he definitely was a world champion. Now, why am I bringing up resume? Because if you look at how their resumes have been, you will notice that Terence Bud Crawford has slipped into what I like to call low risk, high reward mentality. He began to be spoiled. In other words, the matchmakers did an excellent job with moving him through the ranks to defend the WBO title, but with low risk and high reward. And so as far as Crawford's concerned, he's gotten accustomed to fighting low-level opposition. So it made it easier for him to continuously avoid tough competition. Whereas though when you look at Spence's resume, on the other hand, we didn't know he was going to defeat Mikey Garcia in the fashion that he defeated him in. Now, it's granted he was the favorite to defeat Garcia because, Garcia was moving up in weight. Mikey Garcia, I'm referring to. And, of course, Sean Porter, that was a great fight, back and forth. Fight with Ugas was pretty good up until the later rounds. But my point in saying all of that is the level of opposition in comparison to both fighters, it was basically a distinction between the two because of the mentality that Crawford has, and that he basically want to fight lower level competition because he's more confident that he will beat them. In fact, if you take Brian Custer's interview that Crawford had in 2020, he said that he always wanted to fight Pac-Man. Spence wasn't really on his radar because he was looking for the big paydays. Now, if he was looking for the big paydays, the biggest payday of his entire career would be with Spence. But we see that when there was the opportunity for him to get the biggest payday of his career with Spence, he basically did not believe in his confidence that he would be able to get the job done. Now, why do I say that? Because he was presented with multiple contracts. And according to what he said, Crawford, that is, he agreed to all of the terms in at least one of those three contracts, particularly the last one, after PBC and Al Heyman presented him the contract in a revised version, acquiescing to his own demands. But he claimed that he agreed with the terms in that contract, and he never signed anything. He also didn't capitalize off of the two injuries that Spence sustained, one being the car accident, which the next fight that he had, Spence had after that, was against Danny Garcia, and Crawford was at that fight. And then, of course, the other injury before Ugas was the torn retina. So those were the two times where Crawford could have slid in there real quick and basically pushed to get this fight done to capitalize off of the two injuries that Spence sustained. He never did that.
Why the fuck would he want to do that?
How much time I got left?
No talking. Okay, I'll let you know at the 2-minute mark, Marty.
Okay, you got it. Okay, now, Crawford, what did he do instead? Instead, he began to use the same methods that we are watching right now that De La Hoya is using with the social media propaganda. What do I mean by that? Well, he's basically saying one thing out of his mouth in public, in interviews, but behind closed doors, he's basically having Twitter fingers.
2 minutes, Marty, 2 minutes.
Until it's time to really get the job done with his actions. His words and his actions never matched up for the last 2 or 3 years. He say one thing that he wants Spence, and then when it's time to get it done, never got done. Now, last point, and I'm going to let my opponent go. Every fighter, and everybody knows this at this point, when they're in their hometown and it's time for them to fight the next fight, even if they win in devastating knockout fashion, etc., they're always asked in the post-fight interview inside the ring, who do you want to fight next? When Errol Spence was in his hometown after he fought Mikey Garcia, he called out Pacquiao right then and there. After he fought Sean Porter and won, he called out Danny Garcia, and Danny Garcia came in the ring and called him out too. But let's see what happened when Danny Garcia fought Sammy Vargas in Philly. He called out Keith Thurman. All 3 times, guess what happened? The fights got done. But when Terence Bud Crawford was in his hometown, when he fought David Evanesian, Terence Bud Crawford, all of a sudden, did not do the standard thing that boxers do when they end fights in devastating knockout fashion in their hometown. When it's time to be asked who's next, he was asked was Errol Spence next, and he start talking like he was Scooby-Doo. I think we go the drawing board. He never said yes. He never answered the question definitively, and for that reason, in his hometown, in front of his 8th grade and 9th grade teacher, his mom, and all his kids, he never wanted to fight Spence then, and he still don't want to fight him now. So my answer is yes. Bud Duck EJ.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, what's his name again? Knockout.
Terrence. His name is Terrence.
Okay. All right, Terrence.
My bad. I was on mute, but yeah, his name Terrence. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, Terrence. You ready? You got 10 minutes, baby.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Shoot your shot.
All right, buddy. So why is Terence Crawford not ducking? I think most of the Bud fans, and a lot of them, we became real big Bud fans when we saw that epic video. We saw Terence Crawford, looks like he was about 135 in that, going up talking to a Spence that looked like he was 200 pounds. You guys know what happened there when he stood in his face and told him, I'm talking to you, talk to me. When he was trying to talk to his mans, he told him in his face, staring at him like, you ain't gonna do he said about when it came to they were going to make a bet for the fight, and he said 100,000. And what did Bud say? Make it $1 million. 135 pounder just coming up, challenging this guy face to face. Come on, and you're telling me that's the Bud Crawford that's scared of this guy now that he's grown into the division, bigger and stronger now. Now he's scared of him. Come on, bro. So that's the first point. That don't even make any sense. How many times has Terrence called this man out, bro? How many times at the Porter fight? I mean, by the time he caught him at the Porter fight, the man is exhausted calling him out so many times. He said, man, if you don't get your tail, but maybe his Spence get his tail out of his ass, he'll fight me. And by that time, he's been calling this man out. He said he's in the ocean. Where this man at? I'm in the ocean. I'm looking for this dude. No response by Errol Spence. He's going to fish fry him, bro. How many times this man got to call this guy out, man? So he's been calling him out. Next point. In the top rank, when he signed that top rank contract, the second contract, let's keep in mind that it was no use he signed the contract because he wasn't going to get any fights over there at the PBC anyway. But guess what clause he put in that contract? He put in a contract that Bob Arum had to make the Errol Spence fight, or he had to pay him extra. So why would he do that if he's ducking this guy, man? Don't even make sense. Next thing is, how many times he's been trying to fight these PBC guys and they've ducked him? He sent the contract over to Danny Garcia. He ain't even respond to the contract. Sent it to Thurman. Thurman said he wanted $10 million when he ain't made nowhere near $10 million with PBC. So they ducked him. That's why he can't get the big fights. That's with a resume. Al Heyman bought all of these contracts and kept all of his boys away from Bud. We all know that. Come on, stop that. Stop the cat. All right, let's continue here. So he became a free. Next thing he did, what did Bud do? Bud left ESPN, Top Rank, to go over here and fight this guy. He left his promotional company where he was making a comfortable salary fighting. But no, he wanted to chase greatness. And he went over to try to do business with PBC. And as far as you guys saying this clout chasing, for anybody that wants to say that, when is Canelo clout chasing? When is he going after Andres and going up to him saying, I want to fight you? What duck is going up to these guys, challenge them to fight, going on the Twitter and challenge them? And guess what? If a person is clout chasing, all you have to do is send them a fair contract, because the duck is not going to sign that contract. And that brings me to contracts, because that's where we're going with this. Contract negotiations. A side, B side, who's ducking? For me, the person that's ducking, if the person is sending the contract, we want to say, is it a fair contract, right? Would a reasonable person think that this contract was fair or not, right? And if you think that the initial contract is fair, and then the receiver of the contract gets the contract, your question to them is, if they have a revision, is it a reasonable revision? Or is this something not reasonable? So we're using a reasonable person standard when we go through this. First and foremost, let's talk about the purse split, right? 65-35 was the purse split. So last fight, Spence Ugas, Rick Glazier reported that only did 129,000 pay-per-views. Spence Porter, Bob Arum reported that only did 107 pay-per-views, right? Oh, okay. So I hear what you're saying. You're gonna say, oh, you can't trust these guys, and they're lying. They're reporting fake numbers. You know what? And I kind of agree. These guys aren't accountable, right? They're not accountable to anybody. But that's the same thing that Bud Crawford could have argued in this negotiation. All of those numbers that we talking about that Errol did in the beginning, Bud could have argued there was never not one person that was accountable, not no Showtime representative, not no Fox representative. Anybody could have said anything, and no, they could have lied and said anything about these numbers. Yeah, Bud didn't say nothing about it. You know, Bud didn't argue that point. Bud gave it to him. He said, I'll take the 35%. Let's talk about the ticket sales that we now see that these YouTube channels, they don't really talk about pay-per-view numbers because they know they're bogus. Now they talk about ticket sales. Well, did you guys know that when Errol Spence fought Ocampo, whatever his name is, Jerry Jones bought all of the tickets. Oh, right. He bought all of the tickets, right? About every single one of them, 12,604 of those tickets. So, yeah, I know the article goes on to say that Jerry Jones made money, but how the hell do we know he made money? Point is here that we don't know, even when it comes to ticket sales, we don't know exactly how many tickets were actually bought by fans and how much they were paid for, how much they paid for them. So what we really need to examine when we're looking at ticket sales is the average price of the tickets, right? Now let's look at the Spence and Ugas fight. That fight, when you average the gate, which was $5 million, and you average the 37,000 tickets, you come to an average price of $135. Spence Porter, now that did a little better. That was a $2 million, $300,000 gate. You had 13,000 tickets, $176. Crawford Porter, $165. Crawford and David, they just sold 14,000 tickets. I couldn't find the number, but what the point is here is that these numbers are pretty close here. So my only point is Bud could have argued this 65-35. And by the way, on Brian Custer, the man said 80-70-30, man. I was just joking. I was just fibbing, man. I wasn't. But then he says the contract, right? And it's 65-35. Oh, so that 5% made the biggest difference. So was he really serious about wanting this fight to happen when he only made a 5% difference in the actual contract? Come on, man. Now let's talk about Fox and Showtime. Hey, listen, guys. We know PBC, not Fox, don't have a contract with them, and you guys might have a contract with them. I'm sorry.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, he might have a show. Okay, let me hurry up and get through this. Okay, so Bud Crawford's demands were simple. He made a demand that the time of the fight that he wanted to fight that year, that was a reasonable demand. He made him demand that he needed to see the expenses. Why did he need to see the expenses? Is because if he doesn't see the expenses, he doesn't know how much he's going to get paid. I mean, every other fighter that I know of got a guarantee. I will go into the guarantee round to talk about why I've been the Showtime president was lying. I'm a go into that. But the next, I want to just make sure I get all of these points across. That the reason that was okay, even though that's normally, yes, you would say anybody wants a track of expenses of a fighter, you'll say that's crazy, that's nuts. But because he wasn't getting a guarantee, it was fine. That was the only way he could protect his 35%. As for Floyd Mayweather, and then you're saying he was a duck. Floyd Mayweather came out and said the fight wasn't happening. He said him and Al, they're partners. So how is the fight going to happen? It don't make sense. The other thing is, Errol didn't even entertain the thought of all of them sitting down. And I think, Manager Marty, you said in one of your videos they should all sit down and try to iron it out. He didn't even, he laughed. And there's receipts to that. He laughed at that thought. And finally, I just want to lead y'all to this last video with Errol Spence. And see, that's the problem. I can't play it because I'm on my phone. But Errol Spence, in his latest video, when he was asked by the reporter,
time, brother. Time, my man.
Well, okay.
You got all right, y'all smash the like button one time, man. We got 297 likes with 410 people in the building. Please hit my like button and get us up over the 300 likes. OG, go ahead and let Manager Marty go ahead.
All right, Manager Marty, you got 5 minutes rebuttal.
Can I say something real quick before Manager rebuttal? Please do not talk between the rounds. You are getting dinged if you're talking when somebody else is speaking, respectfully.
Yeah, that's a fact. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay. So I never said he was scared of Spence. I said he didn't have confidence in himself. Now I want to answer some of the questions that you posed. You asked how many times did he call Spence out? And I want to answer that. He called Spence out a lot of times, even on Twitter and Instagram Live and social media. But then my question becomes, how many times did he sign a contract? Let me answer that one. None. You asked how many times did he try to fight PBC fighters? I really don't know. I know he said he wanted to fight a lot of those PBC fighters, and including Thurman was one of them. But let me ask this question. How many times did he actually fight any of the PBC fighters? Don't talk in between my round. You heard what the judge said, so let me answer that too. None. You asked, how can Thurman, who wanted to fight Crawford, ask for $10 million when he didn't even do a lot of good numbers over at PBC to even ask for that kind of money? But here it is. Crawford asked for 15 to 20 million, and neither did he. He didn't do those type of numbers nowhere near close when he was with Top Rank. You said that Crawford wanted to chase greatness. That's what you said. And you mean to tell me that fighting David Evanesian is chasing greatness? Okay, bro. You said something about what Rick Glaser said. Everybody should know this by now, that Rick Glaser is not a reliable source because he is biased against Al Heyman because he's been having a 20-year-old beef with Al Heyman. So we can't say that Rick Glaser is a credible source when we already know he has a personal vendetta against Al. So of course he's going to report all kind of numbers that might be true, may not be true, but we can't even rely on it as it being credible because he has a beef with Al. You also said that Floyd said that the fight was not going to happen. I love when Bud Crawford fans say that because they can never give me the timeline of exactly when Floyd said it. But I'm going to actually give you the answer to the quiz since we in class and I'm the professor. Floyd Mayweather said that between October 8th and October 9th, after he really grinded Mike Carpenter out. He grinded Mike Carpenter up on Twitter because of the things that Mike Carpenter was reporting that was not true. And the reason why I know that is because, according to Dan Raphael, On October the 6th, and I reported it on my channel, on October the 6th, PBC sent Crawford the revised version with the things that he wanted in the contract, including transparency, and he was negotiating with BLK Prime, since you brought them up, Terrence, without them even knowing. And so because Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather and PBC knew that Terrence Bud Crawford didn't sign the contract, the revised version, the final contract on October 6th, of course, Floyd's going to come out between October 8th and October 9th and say the fight's not going to happen, particularly that year, because there's no way we can do a press conference, a 6 or 7 city press tour, and all kind of promotional and marketing things that we do in promotion, especially in a matter of what, 4 or 5 weeks? Impossible. And so, you know, it's funny to me how every time it's time to talk about Bud, they keep bringing up Canelo, they keep bringing up this fighter, they keep bringing up that fighter, instead of staying on the topic. And I just wanted to make sure oh, one more thing. You had mentioned something about my channel. I still stand on what I said. I do believe that they all could have sat down together, and you mentioned the fact that Spence may have laughed at that, or he wasn't.
1 minute.
He was okay. Spence may have scoffed at that or laughed at that, or he didn't want to participate. It's not that Spence did not want to participate or be actively involved inside of the meeting physically, but when you have good representation, like I've been telling people over and over again, when you have good representation, you don't need to be in the room. That's the reason why the representation is taking a percentage of, you know, the purse, because they're doing a job. On the other hand, Terrence Bud Crawford did not have any representation, and that's the reason why he was able to get on the phone with Al Heyman and BLK Prime and everybody else, because he did not have good representation. That's my time.
All right. Okay. All right, Terrence, shoot your shot, baby. You got 5-minute rebuttal.
Yes, sir. Okay, quickly. I think Danny, he mentioned his resume. First of all, Danny ducked Bud. We know that. He sent him a contract. As I said, Thurman wanted $10 million. He never made $10 million. So I'm just going through quickly his resume. So he said Sean, he knocked Sean Porter out. He knocked Kell Brook out. Mikey Garcia ducked him when they were in the lower division. So what the hell? Why would he fight him in this division? Who else did he say? Lamont Peterson. Come on, man. He was over the hill when he fought Spence. Let's stop the madness there. Ugas ought to be a heavy favorite against him. So when y'all talk about he hasn't fought anybody, he'll be a heavy favorite against all of these guys you're talking about, including Spence, by the way. But let me continue. Because I know I gotta go quick here. Okay, so when you said something about Khan, let's not forget Khan was beating Canelo and he was beating Danny. They both knocked him out, but he was clearly beating them guys. Bud beat him easy, much better, easy, and that's been a pattern where he beats guys much easier than Errol Spence. Let's continue. You say low risk, high rewards. Again, how can you say that when Bud's sending these guys contracts and they're not taking them? These guys on the guys from the PBC. Oh, I just told you he sent Danny a contract. Wouldn't take it. Thurman wouldn't take it. So what is he supposed to? He's supposed to force these guys in the ring? I mean, all you could do is send a fair contract, and if the guys don't fight you, they won't fight you. So I mean, I don't know what you mean by low risk. He's fighting his mandatories, and he's trying to get the fights with these guys that people are saying that can beat him. And you see what happened when Sean got in the ring. Everybody was saying that, oh yeah, Sean was going to beat him, and he knocked him out. So let's continue. Hometown. So you said something about the fight couldn't be made when Floyd said that in October. Why wasn't a contract sent before? They could have sent that contract in late April, early May, mid-May, late May, June, mid-June. So they had all of this time to send Bud a contract. Then they send it late, and then 2 days when they sent him the final contract, you're telling me it's too late at that point? So why did they send it? Why did they even send the contract, Marty? First of all, I didn't hear Errol Spence say what you're saying. I didn't hear Terence Crawford say what you're saying about this second contract. But if they sent this contract, why did they send it so late? And why did they cut the plug on the 6th? Bud didn't fight to December. So if he was going to fight the same time in December, they could have got it on. So that doesn't make any sense. Let me see. Rick Glazier being not credible. Again, I say your guys aren't credible either. Nobody's credible. Anybody that's not accountable, how can you say they're credible? PBC protecting their fighters. David, hey man, he was going to go get that bag because when Floyd came out and said that the fight wasn't happening, why didn't the PBC say anything that counter what he said? I didn't hear Tim Smith come out. I didn't hear Errol Spence come out. I didn't hear anybody come out and say no. Floyd Mayweather is not lying. So he was telling the truth that the fight was done. And at that point, Bud had to move on and fight somebody else and make some bread. And again, he can still, I think Spence said, let's run it back. Why can't Spence go to the WBC or whatever? I mean, I think it's the WBC and tell them, hey, listen, I want Terence Crawford. I'm a petition to fight Terence Crawford now instead of this fake mandatory at 154, a guy that Errol Spence said he would never fight. I think
1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah. And he said something about Bud fighting this man with an injury. Why would Bud want to fight this guy coming off a car accident? Like I said, Bud wants to chase greatness. He wants to fight Errol at his very best. They're the duckers. They're the ones that want to duck and try to age Terence Crawford out. Bud wants to smoke when you at your best. So why would he try to sneak in there and fight somebody when they're not at their best? And that's what Crawford fans, we want him fighting him at his best. You know why? Because we think that he's one of the could be one of the all-time greats. But he needs to get in there and fight Spence. We know that, even though I don't think it's the toughest challenge for him, to be quite honest. But I think he'll get his respect at that point. So, I mean, I think I answered everything that he said. I rebutted everything. So, hey, I'm done.
Already. All right, let me get the poll up in the chat, OG. There it is. Y'all vote who y'all thought won round one. Let me before you go to the judges, I had a couple of super chats. Let me catch them real quick. Appreciate Coach Amber in the super chat with the $5. Says bosses get reported too. Status update. Don't come back with an answer I don't like. And then shout out to Who Israel with the $2. Just says silence. He ain't saying nothing. And then shout out to my sister Candor 21. I almost just called you by your government name, Candor 21. It almost slipped out, but shout out to my sister with the $20 in super chat. I appreciate you. All right, go ahead, OG, and go to the judges, man.
All right. Okay, go on. What you got for us, man? What you got? How you got it?
Man, honestly, I couldn't even call it either way. They both, they made their comments or whatever. But if I had to lean one way on that round right there, I'm probably gonna go with the last guy that just spoke. But it was cool.
That's Terence.
Yeah, he got Terence.
Okay. All right, side. What you got, brother?
Well, I always like to give a breakdown of how I saw the round kind of play out. I thought Manager Marty came in a little slower than I expected, but he did start to get to his points. And some of the things that he brought out, he brought out the patterns of the different fighters, going to the resumes, speaking on how EJ tried to unify Bud, never tried to unify. If Bud would have unified, then it would have made that fight even more possible to be made. He brought up low risk, high reward as far as Bud, the fighters that he was fighting. I don't want to go too deep into it because I got to say, one of the things I said that I look for, you can't speak when the other brother is speaking, and I feel like that's a big point for me. And so then going into Terrence's first round, he brought up how he thought he thought Bud was 135, looking at somebody who was 200 pounds when Bud and Spence met, I believe, in Oklahoma. He brought up how many times have Bud called out EJ. He also brought up the point of Bud saying 100, or EJ saying put 100,000 on it versus 1 million. And then I will say both of you guys kind of lost me at certain points of the debate. You know what I'm saying? In both rounds, I edged around to Manager Marty in this situation. Reason being is because Terrence, I brought it up previously. When you're talking between the round, I feel like that shows some vulnerability, and it goes against everything in the debate. So I gave the first round to Manager Marty.
All right. I agree with right side on this particular round, simply off the strength of I thought Marty did a better job staying on topic. Terrence was giving some good information, but Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford, Danny Garcia and Bud Crawford, topics like that and kind of revisiting them, they have nothing to do with what we're talking about. And then the rebuttal also. I thought Manager Marty's rebuttal was a little stronger, but like right side, I found myself at certain points in the debate kind of losing track of kind of where each person was going. And so, it is what it is, though. But I'm in agreement with right side. We'll move on to the second round. But before I do, shout out to Rip Jones with the $10 in super chat. Said you gave Marty an easy dub. Blessings to the panel and hashtag wow. Shout out to my brother Rip Jones in the chat. All right, it's gonna be on Terrence first in time for the second round. Go ahead, KQ. Get that second question to him. Let's get it.
All right, Terrence. And well, contestants, is zero guaranteed an acceptable offer? It's on you, Terrence. 10 minutes.
Before I go, who was talking? You said I was talking during Marty's. Because I'm confused. You said someone.
You forgot to put your mic on mute, and everybody heard you say, "What the fuck does that have to do?" Something you said. You said something.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you wasn't on mute. But yeah, let's go ahead and get round 2, y'all.
All right, here we go.
This is round 2. So we go to the guarantee. Oh, okay. I thought it was the other thing. All right. So, okay. So I'll apologize for that because I didn't know my mic was on. My bad. So let's go to no guarantee. So I'm going to say that we're going to start off with the history of boxing. That's just not something that happens. Fighters get in the ring to fight. It was called prize fighting for a reason. So every fighter that gets in that ring, they're risking their life, and they should be guaranteed a certain sum of money for fighting. That's the first thing. I don't know of any fighter that didn't get a guarantee. And certainly a fighter that has a lineal title, free, undisputed, belts in 3 weight classes, ring champion. He's pound for pound, been there for years. And certainly a fighter like that should not get a guarantee. That's just, to me, just outrageous. I know. So what we got here? Okay, so yeah, everybody's entitled to be paid for their services. Now we talk about this 35%, and I know Marty's going to say that he was going to get paid. And I just want to say this. I just want to quickly say this. If you have a lemonade stand and you're working there, and the owner says to you, "Hey, I'll give you 40%," and you work all day, you get paid $200. Let's say you don't know what you're going to make. They don't offer you any amount of any guarantee, and they say, "Well, we're going to give you $40." Now, if let's say that the profit was $500 for that day and $80 in expenses, you make a pretty good profit that day. But if the profit is $500 and the expenses is $500, you don't make any money that day. So there goes the problem. You need to track those expenses when you don't get a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to take a risk on fighting and not getting anything, and that's the point of this. This whole no guarantee thing is a poison pill. Is designed to make sure that the other side doesn't take the fight. That's the point of it, because there's no other. I'll ask when you rebuttal me, I want you to tell me what's the point of them offering no guarantee? What point does it serve? Because even I think someone said is an advance. Yeah, it is an advance in a sort of way. Yes, it's advance, the guarantee. However, if the fight turns south and goes wrong, that advance doesn't get paid back. That fighter gets that pay because he fought and he earned the pay. So it might be an advance, but hey, at least the fighters are covered if the fight goes south. The promoters are the ones that take the risk. When you're a promoter, that's what you do. You make the event, and if things go wrong, you're the one that suffer, not the fighters, because they're getting in the ring risking their life. So, I mean, again, I want him to explain to me, why would a fighter take a no guarantee when, especially a fighter that in a fight that is going to make a lot of money. Now it's going to make a lot of money, but if you take a no guarantee, you have no idea if you're going to get that percentage that they're telling you you're going to get without controlling the expenses. Okay. So the next problem with the no guarantee is, when you're a fighter, you have other people to take care of. It's not just you, especially when you're a championship fighter. You got nutritionists, you got trainers, you got to bring in people in your camp. There's all sorts of, you got to rent different spaces, taking your team places. So these guys, this money is coming out of their pocket. So not only can it be a situation where if you do what they're asking you to do, you might end up having to pay your people if you don't get a pay. So you might owe money for taking this fight. So it's just absolute absurdity for any promoter to ask a person to take a fight with no guarantee. I wanted to briefly go over Steven Espinoza. Steven, we grab what Steven said. And this is this type of swines that Bud's dealing with. I mean, let me find what Steven Espinoza said. So Steven, basically, in the first sentence, he says, I can't find it right now, but Steven says in the first sentence, he says, the guarantee, he says, many fighters have not taken the guarantee. That's the first sentence, period. And then he goes on to say, Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta. I looked it up. Both of those guys received guaranteed money in their first fight. So then he went on in the next sentence to say, oh, well, no one receives pay-per-view guaranteed money, as if Bud Crawford was asking for guaranteed money for pay-per-view. Why? First of all, that's ridiculous, because no one will ask for guaranteed money for a pay-per-view. That no one does that. Even Canelo, even even Mayweather, no one does that. So this is the type of swines and weasels that Bud Crawford was dealing with. That's telling him to take a no guarantee. Now, why do I think that that's a problem for Spence? Is that he saw the contract. I don't want to get too much into this, but he saw the contract that was no guarantee. This man has never fought for no guarantee in his life. Why was all of a sudden Errol Spence okay, and why is Errol Spence fans okay with Errol getting no guarantee? He's not worth a guarantee, but it's not worth a guarantee. None of this makes any sense, except for it being a poison pill designed to kill the fight. This no guarantee was designed to kill a fight. That's the only purpose it can serve, because guess what? As a promoter, you tally up what your expenses are, right? What you think the expected income is. You know what that number is, and then you make a reasonable offer to both fighters as to how much you can guarantee them. So why didn't they do that in this case? Or are they saying that they did this in this case and they came up with no money to be made in this fight? Somebody, please, Marty, make that make sense on your rebuttal, because I'm really confused. I want to know: do you think this fight was going to make money? Do you think that they should have been offered a guarantee? And why were you
2
okay with it?
minutes.
2 minutes, okay. Um, the other thing I will say is, even other sports where it's not combat, tennis, golf, you name it, all of these guys have some sort of guaranteed money. You know, they're going out there, they're performing. There's TV rights. There's money to be made off of them when they're performing. So I don't know too many sports where a person doesn't get a guarantee for their work. You see. Okay, and then and finally, again, they could have offered both of those fighters a guarantee. They could have told Bud Crawford. I mean, I guess that's about it with the guarantee, since we're going to stay on topic. And that's all I have to say about the guarantee. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. All right, Marty. Is zero guaranteed an acceptable offer? You got 10 minutes.
Yes. Well, in the first round, I presented my perspective as the professor. In this round, I'm going to present my perspective as the promoter. Now, as the promoter, let me share something. A promoter contracts, when we hear about standard guarantee for fighters, the word guarantee is basically synonymous with minimum and maximum. That's what the word guarantee is synonymous with. That number, whatever it is, whether it be the minimum or the maximum, only pertains to fighters that sign to the particular promotion company. In other words, if as a promoter, I sign a fighter to my company, I am saying that I am willing and able to guarantee that the fighter signed under a promotional contract with my company is going to receive a minimum of a certain amount, meaning that I will not be legally allowed to pay this fighter anything lower than the minimum that's guaranteed. And when it comes to the maximum amount of this guarantee purse, I will not exceed the limit of the maximum amount. So that means from this minimum all the way to the maximum in between, I'm legally obligated to compensate my fighter who signed to the promotion company that I own or run. Now, with that being said, the reason why zero guaranteed is an acceptable offer for Terence Bud Crawford is because Terence Bud Crawford was not signed to a promoter at the point that we're talking about right now. Terence Bud Crawford, in his own words, he was his own boss. Now, what he really want to say and what he means to actually say is that he is a free agent, not necessarily that he's his own boss, because as I told Terence before, which is how this debate started, Terence Bud Crawford does not own his own promotional company, so he is not his own boss. He's just a free agent. That means that he is a fighter who is a freelancer, so to speak. He doesn't have any obligations to one particular network and or one particular promoter. And the reason why I included the words network is because just like a Gervonta Tank Davis, he might not be signed to Floyd Mayweather's Mayweather Promotions Company, but he still has a promotional agreement directly with Showtime. Okay, so Terence Bud Crawford shouldn't even expect a guarantee because he's not signed to a promoter in the negotiations with Al Heyman and Steven Espinosa. Now, when it comes down to promotion, the first thing we have to do with Terence Bud Crawford is we have to evaluate his past numbers. His past numbers are reflected in the projections of this promotion. In other words, if as a promoter, if I go and research Terence Bud Crawford's past 2 to 3 pay-per-view fights, and I'm trying to project how much is a reasonable amount to pay him based on those past numbers. And I see that when he was on ESPN, another de facto promoter and network, his numbers did not look good. Now you'll have a lot of Terence Bud Crawford fans who say all of this stuff about his numbers not being good because of this excuse and that excuse, and most of them don't even pay for Terence Bud Crawford fights. So that's why, that's one of the reasons why. And of course, we have piracy issues, so I'm not going to eliminate that possibility. But my point is, Terence Bud Crawford is not a big seller when it comes to pay-per-view numbers. That's no secret. We all know that to be true. So with that being said, if the promoter has to pay all the expenses involved, and let me be clear on some of those expenses, if I may, real quick. We're talking about health insurance. When I say health insurance, I'm talking about there's a standard contract that a promoter must have for the assurances that if in case something happens to the venue and something happens to the participants of this venue, there has to be insurance that has to be like an insurance premium that has to be paid for prior to the event with regards to the relationship between the promoter and the commission. We have to have police presence, okay, for crowd control outside, if there is a parking lot or not. We have to have security indoors, crowd control. That's an expense that needs to be paid for with promotion. The judges, the ringside doctors or ringside physicians, we call them. Those are two expenses that need to be paid for. We're talking about referees, need to be paid for. We're talking about audio, lighting, visual, photographers that stand around the ring throughout the duration of the entire event. All these expenses need to be paid for. If Terence Bud Crawford is not a promoter and he's not investing his own money or sponsorship money on behalf of his own self and his promotion company, how can he sit up here and dictate the terms of whether a guarantee or not is acceptable? The bottom line is the reason why he's so used to and accustomed to, let's say I'm using myself as a promoter, the reason why he's so comfortable and accustomed to getting guarantees with, let's say me, a promoter, is because I am used to paying him a guarantee because he's signed to my promotion company. Once he leaves outside of the banner of a promotion company, he has to accept the terms that are best for him. And how does he know what's best for him? Well, he has to have good representation. So if he doesn't have good representation, how can he say that the revenue and expenses are not basically lining up to what he expects when he has no idea what goes into the expenses? And I only named just a few of them, y'all. What goes into the expenses of promoting an event, especially of this magnitude? So when we talk about a guarantee being an acceptable offer, the other option is a percentage. Now, we're talking about the percentage of, let's say it's on Showtime Network. Now, here's how it works from a promoter standpoint. Showtime will get 10% of the net revenue, right? And the fighters will receive the remaining 90%. So if you look at it mathematically, and I don't want to bore anybody with math, but my point is that if you look at it from a mathematical standpoint, if the fighters are going to split 90%, Terence Bud Crawford cannot even expect anything over 40 to 50%. So he ought to be grateful that 35% was a reasonable offer to him, because if you look at his past numbers, you look at the fact that he doesn't do well when it's time to promote the fight, meaning that he doesn't talk to the media. And Bob Arum said that he only talks to the media when it's time for a fight. But in between fights, he's not building up his
2 minutes, Marty. 2 minutes.
Okay, he's not building up his confidence. He's not building up notoriety. He's not meeting with the media. He's not going on YouTube channels, making himself available to the media to be able to promote himself, let alone promote a fight. So when we talk about guarantee, 35% out of 90% of a pay-per-view that was going to probably cost anywhere between $90 and $100. Let me tell you something. Terence Bud Crawford was going to make way more with the guarantee than he would any other basically any other guarantee that he think that he was going to make. And that's why Al Heyman told him, you're underpricing yourself when you talk about having a $25 million hedge fund. I'm not speaking on a hedge fund. I'm just saying he undersold himself talking about $25 million, when Al Heyman knew that he could make way more even without having a guarantee. That's my time.
All right. We got 5-minute rebuttal from you, Terrence. What you got for us?
All right, so the first thing, he keeps saying that they don't have to pay him. Well, guess what? They didn't have to send him a contract. Supposedly they sent the contract because they wanted to fight. Errol said he wanted to fight. So if Errol wants to fight and Bud Crawford wants a fair guarantee, regardless of whether they have to do it, I'm not arguing they have to do it, but I'm saying if they really want to fight, and if it's a fair offer, why not make it? Again, no fighter, again, fights for no guarantee. Even the ones that's free agent, they did not fight for without a guarantee. So Marty, you can sit up here and keep saying that as if a fighter doesn't have a promotional company, he should fight for nothing, and that's common. Again, that's just untrue. You go back and say, well, Crawford numbers aren't good. Again, you're saying that based on unverified sources. Let's not talk about Bob Arum, because unlike Errol, where his promotional set will try to boost his numbers, Bob Arum will do the opposite. Why? Because he wants to sign Bud for as low as he can sign him for. So he'll undercut Bud's value. Why would you want to keep signing this man over and over if he doesn't sell? That just doesn't make sense. He kept wanting to re-sign him. That means somehow, some way, he was making money for ESPN. So we're not going to listen to Bob and all of this nonsense. And the other thing is, keep in mind that a fighter, as they grow, they get a bigger fan base and they get more popular. And right now, you look at the last fight he fought with Porter, you had a sold out arena. He sold 14,000 tickets against David David, whatever y'all call him. So this man has gotten a lot more popular since the numbers that you're reading off, even if they are accurate with ESPN, he's a lot more popular now. He's even more accomplished than he was back then. So even if let's just say Errol and Bud are fighting, what you got to understand is there might be a person, there's going to be a lot of fans that might not buy a Errol Spence pay-per-view if they're fighting a certain guy, and they might not buy a Terence Crawford pay-per-view if they're fighting a certain guy. Why? Because they think they're going to win those fights. However, you're going to have a bunch of fans that when those two come together, those guys that wouldn't have bought one, now they're going to buy them. So you're going to have a hell of a lot more people buying this fight than they would a normal fight. So don't try to undercut Terence Crawford's value, because those fans that's coming in the middle and those new fans that if you advertise this right, just all you got to do is advertise that clip. You know how many new fans you're going to get? So there's going to be plenty of value for Bud Crawford in this fight. So there'll be plenty of money. Again, all Marty is saying that they don't have to because they're not his promotional banner. Okay, I understand that you keep beating that drum, but they can do it. And if Errol wants to fight like he says he wanted it, when he had the T-shirts saying that it's strap season, and he's going, he should have said, look, give him the guaranteed money, man. I want this fight. Canelo would have said that against Plant, even if he was a free agent, because he wanted that fight. He wanted those belts. So if you want those belts bad enough, the promotional company could have gave Bud Crawford the money. They could, even if he didn't have a promotional company, they could have said, listen, Bud, get yourself a promotional company. Don't cost that much money. I'm sure you got the money to do it. And then we'll give you the guaranteed money. Come on. it's just outrageous and ridiculous to make this strange argument that because he has no promotional company that he shouldn't be entitled to get paid for a guarantee for performing for fighting. I mean, that's all I got.
All right. Okay, you got 5 minutes, Marty, for rebuttal. Roll the tape, baby.
Yeah, let me roll the tape on this guy Terrence, because he's starting to go on the deep end, and he's missing a couple of points. Let me give you one point, Terrence, and the rest of Bud fans, that I don't know why y'all don't understand this, but I promise you I am going to make it very clear right now. No guarantee does not mean no pay. Respectfully, your lemonade stand analogy, very cute, Terrence. But no guarantee does not mean no pay, bro. Y'all keep on thinking when you hear no guarantee that the man is not going to get paid. That does not mean the same thing. Now, let's get to these numbers that you kept saying that I shouldn't listen to Bob Arum on. I never said that Bob Arum was the source that I got my information from Terrence Bud Crawford's last two pay-per-views. That was actually public record, and even you can look those numbers up, the numbers that he did in his last two pay-per-views. Let's talk about that BLK Prime, because I'm glad you brought that up. What was the numbers for BLK Prime? Do you know? Because I don't even know. In fact, I don't think nobody knows. So when you start talking about leverage and promotion and big numbers and what Terrence Crawford does and how much he generates, nobody knows what BLK Prime numbers are. I'm still waiting to hear the numbers. Now, let's talk about this whole guarantee that Crawford wasn't receiving. Let me be clear on something, and I think you noticed, Terrence. Spence wasn't even receiving the guarantee either, and you don't hear him complaining about it. So it's not like they were going to pay Spence a guarantee, and then they was not going to pay Bud a guarantee. No, both of these guys were not going to receive a guarantee. So I just wanted to be clear on that. When you talked about fighters in the history of boxing not getting a zero guarantee, what evidence do you have? How do you know? How do you know what fighters didn't get or did get in the history of boxing when we talking about guarantees or zero guarantees? You don't. You want to know why you don't? And this is not a knock on you, Terrence. I'm just trying to educate the Bud Crawford fans that keep on talking about it never happened in the history of boxing. People keep saying that no guarantees are acceptable and they don't exist. But the people that's saying that haven't seen a contract in boxing ever, haven't even conducted one transaction in the business, but here trying to say that Steven Espinosa don't know what he's talking about when it comes down to him actually sharing the information of, people receiving guarantees or not. Now, this is my point for Crawford. I promise you I'm going to let you go on that one. If he can't trust Al Heyman, when you talked about earlier in your second round, you said that he was so skeptical of the revenue and expenses and how can he trust that it's real and if it's going to happen and how much is going to really be generated. That's the reason why I keep saying good representation is priceless. If he's that skeptical, then maybe he should hire him a manager. It's very, very simple to represent him, a good manager. And also, actually, there's two more points, and I promise I'll let you go. Sorry. If he can't trust Al Heyman, then why he keeps saying he wants Charlo when Al Heyman is the same manager for Errol Spence? So in other words, if the Errol Spence fight keep breaking down because he don't trust Al Heyman, then he ain't gonna get the Charlo fight because he still can't trust the same manager, Al Heyman. And lastly, you keep talking about Terrence Bud Crawford. Even his numbers are so big, like he did in Omaha. You said 14,000 people came, right? Have you ever asked yourself, Terrence, or any of you Bud fans, when Terrence Bud Crawford fights and you look at his boxing trunks, do he have any notable sponsorships advertising on his boxing trunks? I haven't seen it, and I'm not talking about the WBO logo. I'm not talking about the TCB logo for his website. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you look at Ugas trunks, when you look at Spence trunks, when you look at Danny Garcia trunks, they got sponsorships that advertise on their boxing trunks, t-shirts, and robes. Wanna know why? Because they getting paid for the advertisement because of the numbers that they generate when they fight. Terrence Bud Crawford, he can only sell out in his hometown in Nebraska, and that's the reason why BLK Prime went straight over there for their one and only fight with Crawford. And honestly, if he can't make an appeal to sponsors and he's making all his money when he was with Bob Arum, that shows you right there that 0 guarantee is definitely an acceptable offer. That's my time.
All right, all right. That's
right.
round 2. Let me get the poll in here, and then I got a couple of super chats. And OG, you can pass it to the people. Give me one second. We got my brother Young World coming through heavy in the super chat with the $50. He say, yo, I'm gonna go back and catch the replay, but I wanted to sow a seed. Love y'all. Salute to my family and the panel. Salute to you, Young World. Always showing love to the platform, bro. And shout out to Aaron H. Muhammad with the $5 in the super chat. He says this donation is to ensure that this brother never allows himself to debate on a boxing topic. I'm being as respectful as damn Aaron. Hey man, gotta give respect to the people that's up. Aaron going in. He said I'm tired of this shit, but I appreciate it. Super chat. All right, okay, Q, go ahead, man. We want to go to the right side first this time.
All right, it's heating up. It's heating up, baby. It's heating up, baby. We're going into the third round here. We got right side up first, baby. What you think, right side?
Man, I'm gonna start off. You know, I like to give a breakdown of the round. Of course, I ain't gonna go too deep. The Queen Nick J said she don't need an entire recap, but man, Terrence, he came out and he brought up the points of prize fighting. Ain't no reason you should be fighting without guaranteed money. How the belts, as you build yourself, it equals a bigger guarantee. He kind of lost me a second when he went to the lemonade point. I got a little lost there. I will be honest with you. Also, let me see. The other major points was, and I felt like there were times that you kind of went against yourself in your rebuttal in your main round. So in the main round, you brought up the point. You know what I'm saying that if the guarantee or a guarantee is necessary because of the prize fight and those type of things. But then in your rebuttal round, you also brought up the point where we all know that this fight is going to make money. And if you think that, and if we all believe that this is going to be one of the biggest fights, then it seemed like you were saying that the money shouldn't be that big of an issue. It lost me a tad bit there. Manager Marty came in and he talked about, he went into the actual business of boxing, speaking on how this wasn't this wasn't the first fighter to sign a contract as far as a zero guarantee contract. He also brought up the point how because Bud is a free agent, he ain't with no promoter. He not guaranteed nothing. Going into the expenses. Then the going back to that rebuttal, like I said, I don't know. It was just interesting. Terrence, you said, why did they even send the contract in the beginning? Which we want to see the fight, so we want the contract to be sent. Also speaking on the fighters again, and then you brought up how Bob or the numbers of Bob and none of these people were trustworthy, even though both of y'all were using some of these individuals. And then going to my last point, Manager Marty, he came back, and I thought the rebuttal round that Manager Marty had is what pushed him over the edge. I felt like when he went into no guarantee doesn't mean any pay. That also went to the point that Terrence brought up as far as this being the biggest fight and them getting paid a percentage, so money was going to be there to be made. You brought up the BLK Prime numbers, how nobody really knows them. I gave the round the 10. I'm sorry, Manager Marty.
All right.
Hey, before you go to Goon, J Rise Level Up Boxing Talk. I just put it in the chat. But if you feel that way, you're welcome to come up here and you can debate me. And you can pick whatever topics you want, and you can even bring the judges with you, homie. If that how you feel, you can do that. We can do that whenever you want. My email is in the description. Go ahead, KQ.
All right. We got my man Goon. What you think, Goon?
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. In the opening, this last round, the opening part, not the rebuttal, neither one of y'all answered the question. I mean, it was so close on my thing. It was just whoever answered the question. It came to a point like that, but on the rebuttal round, I'm gonna give it to Manager Marty because he was just a little bit better on the rebuttal round. But no, the question was up there for both of y'all. Y'all never really answered the question. That's all I got.
All right. We going to knockout boxing 86.
Yeah, man. I agree. I agree with Goon. I thought that Marty again just slightly edged it simply off the strength of he did a better job of sticking to the topic, and he laid out points why the no guarantee would make sense. But I thought, I thought they both kind of missed a lot of points that I would have liked to hear made. But nonetheless, I agree with what Goon said. I thought that his rebuttal was stronger than Terrence's, but I also thought that Marty gave better examples in his opening round that kind of swayed the round for him in my opinion as well. So I'm going with Marty. We got to get Terrence back up here. Terrence, where'd you go, man? You having technical issues or what's going on, bro? What's up? What's up with it? If you're in the chat, let me know. We'll give you some time to get up here, bro. All right. My wife says I missed a super chat. Oh yeah. I got a super chat too. Shout out to I saved it. I just didn't get it. Shout out to Big Money Walt Daddy Ice with the $2 in super chat. Says lemonade was a popular drink and it still is. All right. Yeah, I agree with that, man.
Beyonce got an album called Lemonade, don't she? A song?
yeah, she do. Where come on back now. Come on back, Terrence. I don't want to have to call it. I don't want you to be the first person to run out early, man. Don't let Marty run you out of here early, man. We got one more round, bro. We got one more round. Don't let him run you out of here early. I can just talk boxing for a little bit before we get off if I have to, but don't let him run you out of here early, man.
Man, Marty chasing him out of here like that? Man.
I'm laughing at the chat, bro. Y'all been wilding the whole goddamn time.
I know. I've been watching.
Wow. They calling their head down, man. They ain't here wilding, bro.
Hey, all right. When we come back, y'all want me to sing a song? I say that.
Man. Yeah, man. Go ahead, bust that shit out, man. Hey, I don't know what's going on, man. This ain't looking good.
Do it one more time. KO, do it one more time, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on. Shout out to Young World again back in that super chat. It ain't popped up over here though. Oh, there you go. All right, boom. Shout out to Young World in that super chat, man. He say, what they say, salute KO in the panel. Can I get a super chat OG song from the singing OG? Yeah, go ahead, baby. Yeah.
Okay, now run the money up, I'm on a payroll now, right? Young World, my God. Young World and that. Ow, whoa, baby.
Terrence say I got him fucked up. He ain't running nowhere. There you go. It's in the chat, Terrence. It's in the chat, bro.
Yeah, baby. Okay. And I got one more money, man. I come to Dallas and get it. I'm telling you.
Hey,
I'm old school.
Hey, brother.
I will bust
Hey, brother. When we do this show on Sundays and we on your platform, brother, you get all the super chats, man. I don't ask for no cut, man. I be over there dropping gems, man. Don't do me like that, man. Let me keep my money, man. You know what I'm saying? But by the way, y'all check us out, man. We be live this Sunday, me and KQ. Y'all know we live every Sunday, man. We live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. together, so y'all be sure to come check us out. Wait, no, Terrence, I dropped the link in the chat. Let me know. I'll drop it again, bro. I'll drop it again, man. Come on back. You only got one more round, man. Let me in that poll, and then I can pin it just in case you need it pinned up there. And I just want to say, Ben Israel, if you still in here, you know what I'm saying? I got an opponent for you. I want to announce it today, so if you're still in here, let me know, cause I got somebody for you for next week. You said you want smoke. I got smoke. Shout out to Isaac Green real quick with the $2 super chat. Says his internet connection ain't guaranteed. Damn, bro, his phone went dead. Ty French $600 with the super chat. He says sing it OG. Hit him with that Barry White LOL hashtag Alto. All right, yeah, being in the building. All right, so real quick before we start round 3. Let me see if I got something from. Hold on, give me 1 second before we start round 3. Okay, all right, yeah. So upper is good for that time. Ben, type it in the chat if you good for next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. If you good for Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, I can go ahead and announce the debate. But y'all go ahead and start round 3, OG.
All right, let's have a question.
Yeah, my bad. There we go. Boom.
All right. Okay. This is on Marty. You're gonna lead this one out, baby. Yes, sir. Dick EJ Duck Bud. You got 10 minutes.
All right. Well, in the first round, I presented my perspective as a professor. Second round, I presented my presentational perspective as the promoter. And now I'm going to close the show out and present my perspective as what they call me, the preacher. Now, words have meaning. We understand as men and women how important it is to keep our word. In fact, sometimes our word is the only thing that we have. Now, the question on the table today is, did EJ duck Bud? Well, in order for us to discover the answer, we must understand that it's all about who kept their word. We know that Bud Crawford, he said out of his mouth that he didn't know who Daniel Cunningham is. And we found out that he didn't keep his word. No. He's not credible. He didn't keep his word. He said he couldn't trust Al Heyman. That's what he said. But yet, he was willing to do business with him to fight another fighter in Charlo that managed Spence. Same manager. He's not keeping his word. In fact, he even said that he is his own boss. But we found him in the picture with Oscar De La Hoya and another fellow Philadelphian, Bernard Hopkins, going over there to do promotional business like he is an employee. He didn't keep his word. In fact, he said he wanted to spend the block. I don't know how much money he needed to spend, but he still didn't spend the block, and he didn't keep his word. I heard the words tonight by Terence. Yeah, Terence, you made some remarks with your words when you said Crawford was chasing greatness. And you have yet to answer my question with some more words. Was David Evanesian greatness, brother? Still haven't answered with words. But there's a man named Errol Spence. He was a man of his word. And he said on numerous occasions over the last few years that he was going to clear up his side of the street. And if I can take you down memory lane in my sermon, you will discover that Errol Spence's words came true. He first made the words come true when he fought Kell Brook for the IBF title, and he won. And then he said that he was going to capture the WBC title with his words. And he did that when he fought Sean Porter, and he won. And then he said that he was going to fight for the WBA title with his words, and he did just that. And he won. Now, the problem that we keep having is that it's hard for Spence to keep his word. It's hard for Spence to be a man of his word, to get the fight that he wanted, the fight that he always wanted, the dream that he always wanted to accomplish and fulfill, to be unified in the division. And you know why he kept saying those words? You want to know why when he fought Ugas, he used words like Terence Crawford, I'm coming to get your belt. He used words like, I told y'all I was going to get all of the belts from the people that are managed and promoted by the same people that I'm managed and promoted by first. And then he used the words, Terence Crawford, I'm coming to take, we can't curse in this church, but y'all heard what he said. I'm coming to take your S2. But it's hard for him to be a man of his word, Terence, because we already discovered that Crawford was ducking him. But EJ never ducked Bud. And let me tell you the words he said recently. He said it in an interview.
You remember that, Terrence? Don't lie in church, Terrence. You remember the words that EJ said when he was on that Showtime broadcast. And he said, you know what? I was in a car accident recently. It was minor. I got some minor bruises. But I'm still willing. Since Crawford said in his words he's ready to spin the block, I'm still willing to fight him. He was a man of his word. And if you have nothing else in this world, Terrence, you got to always keep your word. You see, Terrence, words have power and meaning. And I thought, Terrence, that you wasn't going to keep your word. Yeah, I'm closing the church out tonight. I thought you wasn't going to keep your word because when you left, I thought something happened to your connection. I thought you were going to go out and get the BLK Prime numbers that Terence Crawford did. And you came back and you still ain't keep your word with none of the things you said in your rebuttal. So in closing, I say EJ never ducked Bud because he always stayed the course to become the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. And he showed you that with his words. And he showed you that with his actions. And now we're still waiting for Crawford to make sure his words and his actions match up. And in closing, I say this, that the reason why we know EJ didn't duck Bud Crawford is because EJ is still willing to fight Thurman. Even though y'all gonna say he ain't keep his word now. But who else can the man fight and get a big payday without Crawford? That's the only best option he got right now is Thurman. So he gonna go fight Thurman. And I believe he's gonna be a man of his word to fight Crawford. But the question gonna be, is Crawford gonna be a man of his? Amen. That's my time.
All right, Red. All right. All right. Then we want some of that quiet money. We don't want none of that change money. All right.
Hold on, Manager Marty, come back. You still got a rebuttal. Where Manager Marty go? Man, you can't just preach and leave, bro. Hell no, you can't go up here, bro. We got a rebuttal. You gotta do a rebuttal, man. You can't like the Reverend can't leave the church before he dismissed the church. We still got the church to dismiss, man. You gotta let Terrence go, and then you got a rebuttal, and he got a rebuttal. Marty gonna try to preach and leave. And I'm just gonna say this before we get to Terrence. Let me say this one time. From now on, bro, you need to be the preacher. Take the damn take the professor, take the promoter, throw them away, bro. Just be the preacher from now on, bro. Next time you gotta do the whole debate as the preacher, man. But go ahead and let Terrence.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You want Terrence to go on without Marty listening?
I think he might be in. We'll wait for him for a little bit. While we doing that, see, Knockout, your boy Knockout. While we waiting on Marty to come back up here, your boy Knockout. You know, I just be, I be working behind the scenes, so it looked like I ain't been doing nothing. But while we was doing this debate that these brothers are having, your boy up another debate for y'all, man. Your boy done went out here and I done set up another debate for y'all's viewing pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'll announce it after the debate. Marty, you can't just preach and walk out. Marty was preaching and then just dipped off. Marty, you can't do that shit, man. Don't do that shit no more.
No, my fault. I was laughing after I said amen, and my phone fell out my hand. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, man. Hey, I was joking.
Marty, you trying to duck?
I was saying, hey man, you gotta be the preacher from now on, bro. Next time we have you back to debate, you gotta be the preacher all 3 rounds, bro. You gotta be the preacher all 3 rounds. But let's go to Terrence so we can get his 10 minutes, and then we're gonna get the rebuttals, and then we'll get everybody last words. We appreciate everybody to build and hit the like button. And I see the super chats. I got them saved, y'all. I just don't want to interrupt these brothers. I want to let Terrence, I want to give him his time too. So I'll be sure to catch all the super chats once we get through round 3. Let's go ahead and go to Terrence, man.
All right. Terrence, you got EJ Duck Bud. You got 10 minutes, man.
Okay. Thanks for the sermon. So here's your counter sermon. First of all, let's talk about the size of the streets, and that's another term for ducking. So anybody that says that, that's automatically a duck. Let's start out with let's talk about Jeff Horn. When Jeff Horn won the title, I'm just going to go to some quotes here. Errol Spence posted on Twitter, I want that fight. The fight being Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. It was on Fight Hype. The description of the video says, who recently took to social media to let it be known he's eager to unify his title with newly crowned WBO welterweight champion Jeff Horn. And then he also is quoted saying, and these are all in the video, where he says, oh yeah, I got a belt, he got a belt, let's unify. You see how simple that was when Jeff Horn had the title? Man, that side of the street. And then on top of that, you had Danny Garcia running over the other side of the street. Everybody, that street was small back then, man. There wasn't hardly any barriers or anything back then when Jeff Horn had that title. But as soon as the big bad Crawford got the title, all of a sudden barriers started coming from everywhere. You couldn't. It was Trump walls was coming up. These walls and barricades and everything came up. So that became that promise that I'm going to stay on my side of the street. That is a duck, right? Let's keep that in mind. That whole scenario is a Terence Crawford thing where he ducked because he made this whole scenario up that I got to fight my side of the street simply because Terence Crawford came there. And that's evident because he was sure ready to fight Jeff Horn. So let's not keep that. Let's continue, though. Errol Spence, he paid step-aside money to fight Stanionis. Okay, he paid this step-aside money even though the bigger fight was with Terence. Oh, why did he say let's unify, let's fight? Why would you pay extra money to fight Ugas when you could have just took the belt from Terence? To me, it seems like that's a duck. Let's continue. I go back to Brian Custard again. He said that he was just joking, 70-30, but what does he send the contract with 65-35? So it must have not been that big of a joke, right? Another duck. Let's continue here. Oh yeah, so again, I'm going to go back to my point. Errol Spence, me and you and I, Reverend, we both agree that all of these sides should sit down, and so did Stephen Espinoza. All agree that all sides should sit down in a room, lock themselves up into a deal assigned. That's what Bud wanted. But again, Errol just laughed at it. It's funny. We don't know why it's funny. Maybe because you're scared and you're ducking. That's maybe why it's funny. Okay, let's continue here. Okay, Errol, when Mayweather said the fight wasn't happening, I didn't see a tweet from Errol. Errol didn't call Al and say, what the hell is Mayweather talking about? I want this fight. Nothing. Church mouse, nothing. Because guess what? He wasn't training either. He didn't want the fight. Duck. Okay, we'll continue. Also, Bud says we got 25 mil each. He talks to Errol on the phone, and Errol says, oh, well, what about the back money or the backside money or whatever the hell he's talking about? He ain't never made nowhere near 25 million. You would think it would at least spawn a conversation. He'll call the man back. He never called the man back. And again, it was Bud Crawford who called Al Heyman, like, hey, can we get this deal done? Al said no, So again, this man isn't showing that he wants to fight, showing that he's ducking right now. Let's continue though. Yeah. So Errol right now, he hasn't, at least to my knowledge, petitioned the WBC to fight Terence Crawford What does he need? He says, Marty says he needs to fight that big money fight. Well, you got a big money fight right in front of you. You don't need to fight somebody at 154, beat Terrence, and then go up there and beat Spence. Or are you ducking Terrence? Okay, maybe that's why, because you want to duck him. And you told us, again, that you would never fight this man. So I'm hoping that you petition the WBC and tell him, hey, listen, bro, I don't want that fight. I want to fight Terrence. I'm free. He's free. I'm not ducking, but I don't think he's going to do that because I think he's ducking. I think he don't want this fight. Okay, let me continue. Did you? Oh, guys, y'all don't remember when Bud knocked out Sean Porter? Did y'all see the face with Sean? Did you see the face on Earl? He was so disappointed. He was so upset. Ran out of the building. That's where he got the name Errol Spence from. And so, listen. So if he wanted that fight, if he wanted that fight that bad, he would have been in relief. Oh, thank God. Whew. Thank God he didn't lose, because I would have lost this big payday, this fight I wanted. But he was so upset. He was so disappointed. Why was he so mad and disappointed? Because he's a duck, right? Let's continue. I got more. It's not over yet. I know you Errol Spence fans are crying right now. It's not over yet. Okay. Okay. No evidence. Can somebody show me any evidence that this man was training? He wanted to fight. He said the fight was happening, right? When Bud announced the fight, he said, "Oh, well, this man's stalling." After Bud's about to announce the fight, but he wasn't training. The videos I saw didn't look like he was training. I didn't see not one. I saw him on vacation. He's on vacation, not training. Don't look like he preparing for a fight, the biggest fight of his life. Unless maybe he thinks Bud's that easy that he don't need to train. Okay, duck. Okay, because we know that contract was never meant for Bud to sign. He was surprised that Bud even signed the contract and agreed to it in the first place. Okay, but let's continue. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, he wrote on the. Let me see here. Everything, including the PP. Okay, so he did tell the truth about that they gave Terrence that they agreed to show him everything. But again, that's not the question. Showing him everything is not the question. He needs some approval on those expenses to make sure that 35% he gets a real 35%, because if PBC go crazy with these expenses, that 35% could be 25%, 20%, 15%. So he has to control those expenses. And guess what? Errol knows this. He knows that. And Manager Marty said, oh, he's getting no guarantee. Well, why? In every other fight, he got a guarantee. So he was okay. Why do you think Manager Marty, he's okay with not getting a guarantee? Because he knows there ain't no fight happening. He don't expect Bud to fight. That's why he's not training. That's the only
2 minutes,
thing that makes sense.
2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes. Okay. Let me continue to go. Let me see if I got any more. Oh yes. So again, he got his laughing emojis when Bud is saying, let's sit down. Let's sit down. Let's iron this out. Oh, he got a laugh. He laughing. Well, I'm sure he laughing because he don't want to fight Bud. Anything else? Oh yeah. So he says 60-40. Why is he negotiating in public? Did he ever negotiate in public with any other fighter? Did he negotiate in public with Danny? No. Did he do it with Porter? No. Did he do it with Garcia? No. He didn't do it with anybody. Oh, but the Bud man, the same Bud man, again, that when he came to that street, it widened up, and all the buildings, all of this stuff, all of these barriers and everything. When that Bud man came out there, that was the problem, Marty. When the Bud man came there, that's why he ducking, because he ducking Bud. He know he can't beat Bud, and you know he can't beat Bud. And that's all I got to say, Mr. Preacher. It's over. Body bag.
All right. It's heating up, ain't it? It's heating up in here. All right. Okay, Marty, this your last time. This you got 5 minutes rebuttal, baby. Roll the tape.
Terrence, I'm going to call you Terrence Bud 2.0, but for a different reason. Because if you think you body bag me, you must be smoking Bud. Because you ain't body bag me, champ. Let's get down to it. Now, you said that
Thurman is fighting Spence next, and Spence should be looked at basically in a negative light because he's fighting. Spence should be looked at in a negative light because he's fighting Thurman next. But my question to you and your rebuttal, please have an answer for me if you can. What is Terence Buck Crawford's next fight? Because we don't know who he's fighting next. I mean, we know that we're hearing that Spence gonna fight Thurman, but we don't even know who Crawford gonna fight next. Another thing, you kept saying about this 25 million that Bud told Spence about, and Spence said something about the back end and all this crap. Where was the money coming from? We still need an answer on that. You talked about approval. I told you in the last round, when you start talking about approval and expenses and 35% and blah, 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 he needs representation. If you don't have good representation in this business, it's not about what you negotiate, it's about what you are offered. When you have good representation, it's about what you negotiate. Now, you keep talking about writing a petition. Blasey writing a petition. What petition? To who? The sanctioning bodies? A fighter don't have to write a petition to a sanctioning body or a governing body for that matter because it's their job to regulate their own rules. So when you start talking about petition, y'all only start saying that when Bozy, my man Bozy from Philly, my old head, y'all would start saying petition when y'all heard him say it. Before Bozy said anything about writing a petition to the IBF, nobody from Bud's camp or Bud Crawford fans mentioned anything about Spence petitioning the WBO. So that's how I know y'all just started using that new talking point. When you talk about EJ ducking, right? The thing about it is Bud was stalling to get David Evanesian off of that card that he had already scheduled with the British Boxing Control Board in England on November the 19th. David Evanesian. They took him off the card. Bud was definitely stalling in the negotiations for that reason. So when you keep on saying, well, Floyd told us the fight wasn't going to happen because they were waiting for Bud Crawford to sign the contract, but he kept stalling them out. And I personally believe it was because he was trying to give enough time for the WBO to sanction it, the British Boxing Control Board to approve David Evanesian coming off of that card to come to America to fight him. And of course, BLK Prime had to go through the Nebraska Athletic Commission to be able to approve the bout altogether. So there were 3 organizations working to get David Evanesian off that card and over here.
2 minutes, Marty. 2 minutes.
Okay. When you start talking about, Spence negotiating in public, and all he was doing was basically putting laughing emojis. You know why Spence was playing all these games on social media? Because he knew Bud Crawford was playing the same game on social media. If Crawford wanted this fight, he would have signed this fight and he would not have fought David Evanesian. We all know that was true, and I hope you have a good night. Because if you think that I was in a body bag after that round, I just crawled up out of it. So good night. Good night.
All right. Okay. Man, we got my man Terrence with a 5-minute rebuttal, baby.
First of all, I probably don't even need to say anything, but you know me, I'm going to say something anyway. Okay. First of all, he said the 60-40 was something new. Bro, he said that way before this fight. That was well in the beginning when Bud was trying to get the fight. He said 60-40. So I'm not sure why you think that just happened. Didn't happen. Second thing, you said something about Bud was stalling. Bro, the fight, I think Spence won that fight, I think in April 15th, something around there. Again, I'm going to go back to my point. They had May to send Bud a contract. May, June, July. They didn't send a contract to late August, September. Why not? If they want the fight and you're saying that Bud's stalling, what were they doing? Why they ain't send a contract right away? He had the hat, the shirts, all I'm knocking at his door, all of the theatrics, and you're telling me they didn't have a contract ready to go right then and there? Come on, bro. How long does it take you to send a contract? And you said yourself, this fight didn't happen till November. So why did Mayweather come out in October and say the fight wasn't happening? Not making any sense. And as for petitioning, yeah, we see all these people petitioning. Well, I tell you one thing, Errol didn't have a problem when he petitioned to fight Thurman at 154. So petition to fight Bud Crawford at 145 for unification. I think that's a petition that I'll say, you know what, maybe he's not ducking anymore. He can crawl. Errol could crawl out of that hole if he just does that and says, listen, I want this fight. But let's see. I don't think he's gonna do it. But let's see. Now you asked me, you said, do I know who the hedge fund investors were? I believe Rock Nation was one of them, but we're not sure. But guess what? If you want to know, I mean, there could be disclosures. Maybe he couldn't tell Errol right then. He got to sign it. Maybe the hedge fund wanted him to sign a disclosure before they talked about it. It could have been anything, but you got to talk to the people. You don't hang up the phone and not call back like Errol did. And then then Al Heyman just said he ain't going to get a fight up, right? But he's not going to get a fight up, but they don't want to give Bud a guarantee. Right? You know, so you think it's going to make money, but not enough to give Bud a guarantee. None of it makes sense. Again, I'm going to close with this. We know when Big Bad Bud Crawford came to the division, all of those boys from PBC that was running across the street, they ran back home, hid behind Al Heyman. They hid behind Al Heyman. They didn't want any parts of Bud Crawford. That's why when he offered Thurman money, he declined it. Danny money, he declined it. The only person that wanted to smoke, and he only wanted to smoke after he lost his title, was Sean Porter. Because Sean Porter wasn't knocking on Terence Crawford's door neither when he had the title. Not until Bud has the only title left, and he's trying to get Bud's title. So, miss me with the bull crap. We know that Bud Crawford had all them boys running, and you see the skill set in the ring. Everybody sees it, that he's one of the greatest fighters out there right now. Definitely the best right now. And that's why these boys want to duck him. That's why Errol want to duck him. I understand, Errol. You don't want to lose badly in the ring. You got a reputation. I get it, bro. I get it. I understand that. But you know what? That man's chasing greatness. He might be one of the best fighters to ever do it, but you're denying them that chance. You don't care about boxing, bro. If you don't fight Bud Crawford, you don't care about boxing. You don't care about legacy. You just care about keeping yourself in good standing with your fans, because your own fans know that you can't beat Bud, man. So that's all I got. Thanks, guys, for the debate. Body bag, third round. I got you. I'm out.
Well, hold
and
on.
anybody want to smoke?
All right, man. All right, hold on. Let me shout out to Jamar with the Mr. Plus 300 with the $5 in the cash app. I appreciate you. Let me catch these super chats, and then we'll go to OG. We can start with this one right here. This was the first one that I didn't read. Shout out to Young World with the $5 in the super chat. Says KO for real. Thank you for this platform, and salute to your wife and family for giving us this time. Hit it, OG. Damn, they want him to sing all the time. Shout out to Coach Amber with the $5 in super chat. Says fishing is a hobby of mine. The deeper you go, the bigger the fish. Yelling from the bank coast in my Neek J voice. Well, and shout out to Young World again, back in that super chat with the $2. Says, damn, my super chat went bye-bye. Nah, bro, you know, I gotta let the debaters debate, man. But I got y'all, bro. I appreciate the support, and I'm always make sure I got them. I got them all started. I got them all saved, bro. Shout out to Who's Israel, who also dropped the super chat with the $2. Says, moral of the story, you can't win defending a duck. And then shout out to Matai Yoel with the $10 in super chat. Says, good work, bro. Appreciate you, Matai. And then shout out to Omega Red with the $5 in super chat. He says, why he sound like Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And shout out to Coach Amber back in the super chat with the $5. She says, what weighs more, 100 pounds of feathers or 100 pounds of gold? What's the bigger percentage? 50% of 100 million or 50% of 50 million? Which percentage is larger? She dropping them numbers. And then I got another one from my brother A1 Hoops on. Let me go get to it real quick. He say he got the $5 in the super chat. He say Dude looked like an extra from the movie State Property. Method Man or Meth Man. This Oprah illegitimate throw award. Man, y'all wilding. Y'all been wilding all goddamn night in the chat, man. Let me get this poll up. Go ahead and go to the judges, KQ.
All right. Okay, we're gonna go to right side for what you got right side on that final third round.
Marty.
All right. Okay, no great thoughts? Anything? Okay. All right, go. What you got, my brother, on that last third round?
I ain't even gonna lie. Really, that was the best round for both the gentlemen. But honestly, I can't give it one way or the other. I'm gonna have to call it a 9-9 because they both threw a little misinformation in it at times or whatever. And if we really being real with it, we gotta dock them for it, like the gentleman said earlier when the other guy was speaking on the other one. So for me, 9-9, bro.
All right.
Goon, you gotta pick a winner. We don't do draws, bro. We don't. Do draws.
Well, if I gotta pick, Terrence is making a lot of statements on how one could call EJ a duck or whatever, and that's objective. But honestly, bro, damn, bro, I really can't pick one on that. Let me see. Let me go back.
Shit, I don't know. Flip a coin. Shit, I don't know. Pick somebody.
Yeah, flip the coin. Can you flip the coin if I'm doing that?
Nah, bro, just pick somebody, dog.
God damn.
Pick somebody, bro.
Honestly, bro, I'm just like, I'm gonna go with Terrence then, because he had more points with the why he think the other guy was ducking. That's the only thing I can
honestly. And I'm gonna go with Terrence too in this round as well. I got Marty in this one. Let's last words, man. Thank you for coming up, bro. I appreciate you. Give your last words. And you said you got some smoke, man. If there's anybody you want to call out again, now's the time to do it. But go ahead and give your last words, Terrence. Let people know if you got a damn YouTube, if you got a social media, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, I don't know, whatever you got, go ahead and plug it, man.
No, I don't have any channels or anything like that. But for anybody in the chat that want the smoke, come get it, bro. Because I got to get used to the 10 minutes. I had a whole lot to say. Couldn't say everything that I had to say, but we still know who the boss is. So any of y'all in y'all chat talking that crap, that's good. Step to the plate.
Go ahead, Terrence. Talk that smack, man. Go
Tell
ahead.
him, man. Yeah. Tell him at least you ain't scared to get up here.
I ain't scared, exactly. Thanks, Knockout, for inviting me to the to the debate, and I'm ready for the next one. Anybody want to smoke?
Man,
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. I'll catch you next time, man. Take it easy, all right?
All right, later.
All right, peace, man. All right, let me get the super chat. Shout out to Jesse Green, $5 in super chat. Says it's really simple. Bud said he agreed to everything but didn't sign. Shaking my damn head. Let me go to Manager Marty. Manager Marty, man, appreciate you coming up and gracing the stage with your presence. Let everybody know when I think you do Friday live, so let everybody know when you're gonna be live again and what content you got coming, and appreciate you again, man. And y'all go sub to Manager Marty. Make sure, bro, you drop your matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in the chat while you're talking. Go ahead and get your last words. I'm gonna put his link in the chat. Y'all go sub to Manager Marty. But go ahead, bro. Get your last words.
I appreciate you guys letting me come on up. I think I heard the judge say that the other guy won, right? That's the decision. I couldn't hear it. Y'all was going in and out.
No. You won 3 rounds to 0. He picked him, so you won the third round 2 votes to 1. But one of the judges did give the third round to Terrence. I forgot what he said. He felt that he made better points, but you won 3-0. You got all 3 rounds on the judges' scorecard. Right. So you won the debate.
All right, good. I do my lives tomorrow on my channel. Tomorrow, 6:30 at night. Y'all can come check me out. Those of you that want to view the live tomorrow. We're gonna talk some boxing, some business of boxing as always. Salute to all the judges, everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all having me up here. I look forward to coming back up here. Now y'all telling me I got to do all 3 rounds preaching, so I got to make.
Nah, you do what you want. That shit was just gold, bro. You do what you want, man. But that shit was gold. Like that shit was gold, man. That shit was entertaining as hell, man. But you did your thing, man. You came up, you stepped up to the damn plate, and you 1-0 on the debate series. So shit, you can't knock it, man. You did your thing, but I appreciate you, dog.
You got it, man. Salute to everybody. Y'all have a good evening, man. Be safe.
All right.
All right, you too, man. Peace out. All right, Goon, go ahead and give your last words, man. I know you be popping up. You don't never know when you're going live, but let everybody know, what you got going on, man.
Yeah, man, got a lot going on, man, but it's getting greater later. If y'all ain't subscribed already, T-Bibs 100 on YouTube, and you'll be when we do pop on. I appreciate you for letting me come on again, and I'll really do the judging thing with different you know what I'm on that, because no matter what I say, it's gonna be you feel what I'm saying. But appreciate you for letting me on, and keep on doing what you're doing. You know I'm supporting you.
Already, bro. I appreciate you, man. Take it easy. I'll catch you next time.
Shout out to show.
Already, bro. Take it easy, man. And shout out to Ty French with the $2 in super chat. We say let's get BFTB and Terrence the 8-ounce gloves. # BFTB. All right, KQ, give your last words. Let everybody know what you got going on. And y'all stay tuned. I'm about to announce a debate. Don't go nowhere. All right. I'm about to announce a debate. But go ahead, KQ. Give your last words. Let everybody know what you got going, man.
Hey, me, I got it going on. Saturday, we got a fight Saturday on Showtime. And I'm trying to find out tomorrow about the Rigondeaux fight. They don't have a listing of where that's going to be, where he's going to be fighting on. So I wanted, did you know? I can't find it.
I know he's fighting. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. I know he's fighting. I just didn't know if they were showing it because he's fighting in.
I don't think
he's fighting in Florida. It's tomorrow. I don't think there's no link for it. No. I'll ask. What I'll do, I'll reach out to and they'll find out the information.
Okay. All right, but anyway, I'll be live tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, Central Standard Time, as always. And of course, I will be calling that fight Showtime card. And me and Knockout Boxing 86 TV will be live on the morning after show. So thank everybody for your time, and make sure you always hit that like button on your way out. And with that, KO and right side, I appreciate you. All right, and you all have a good evening.
Much love to you.
All right, man. Take it easy. Y'all leave Mustafa alone. He the homie, bro. But I got you wrenched up now, Mustafa. You wrenched up, bro. You good. They had to shoot you in. And shout out to Ty French again with the $2 in super chat. He said, take us out here, OG, singing my brother, #OG. He said, y'all got to pay him for that work. He ain't doing no more. He got to go. And shout out to Rahman with the $2 in super chat. Said, super chat. Thank you, KQKC. Yeah, man. Shout out to the OG coming up here and gracing the platform with his presence. And that is all of them. Real quick, right side, man, give your last words. Let everybody know what you got going on, man.
Man, shout out, man. I always gotta say, it's tough to get in the ring, bro. It's tough to get up here and really have 10 minutes that you gotta speak through. And man, shout out to the contestants tonight, the debaters, and I think both of them, they can grow from their experience, and they'll bring the smoke next time. And KO, man, shout out to you and your platform as always. Next week, man, we're gonna have my brother Ben Israel on Tuesday, rocking with Right Side. We also gonna have we're looking to do our second mock draft. You know what I'm saying, for my Cowboys this Saturday, not tomorrow, Saturday. But man, shout out to you, KO. And I would always be remiss not to shout out the Queen, Miss Knockout Boxing, for always allowing us to have your time. And man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Much love, family.
I really appreciate you coming up, bro. Take it easy, man. Thanks for judging and always supporting, man. All right, y'all. So I see BF and Terrence trying to set some smoke up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Terrence, BF be live tomorrow. You want to go over there to the graveyard, man? It's a little different over there though. So, but you got thick skin. I think that'll be great, man. I think that'll be great. Or y'all can do it here. Wherever you want to do it, Terrence. We down to set it up for you. But next Wednesday night, it's going down. Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah. We gotta host that debate. I would love to participate in it, man. But I'm gonna be hosting it. I'm gonna be hosting it. You know what I mean? And we got Ben Israel going up against Upper Echelon in the Devin Haney and Tank Davis debate. So y'all be sure to tune in next Wednesday night. Show starts at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. The debate will start shortly thereafter. You know what I mean? It will start shortly thereafter. Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Ben Israel versus my brother Upper Echelon. Both of them making a TKO debate series debut. And I know everybody in here ain't rocking because it's still 300 people in here. Let me just say, I'm legitimately tired of hosting. I would love for some smoke for myself. All right, that's a bet, BFTB. Terrence, I'm going to get it set up. Let me know if you want to do it next Thursday or the following week, whatever you want to do. He said Monday is fine, so he can go over there. Yeah, okay. Y'all can do it Monday night. I'm live Monday night. We good? Monday night, I'll be live at 7:30, and we can start the debate at 8:30, same time. We good. So I got 2 debates next week, it look like. I know BF is good. I just need to know if Terrence is good. Terrence, are you good? Because I know BF will be good for tomorrow, for Monday night. I just need an answer right quick. You feel me? I just need an answer right quick. He say set it up. It's set up already. You good. 8:30 Monday night, and you got the same questions, Terrence. And let me give you a wrench, bro. Let me get you wrenched up, dog. You got the same exact questions. The same questions that you had tonight, bro. Same questions. Did Bud duck EJ? Is 0 guaranteed an acceptable offer? And did EJ duck Bud? You just switching opponents. That way you can study for those more, and you going up against BFTB Monday night. The debate will start at 8:30. My show will start at 7:30. Then we'll start the debate right after that. Terrence ain't ducking no phase. Now, can I get somebody to debate me on something, bro? And then I got Wednesday night. I got Ben Israel versus Upper Echelon. We putting in work is what I'm telling you, people. We are putting in work. So hit my like button, subscribe to the channel. And if anybody wants smoke, bro, anybody, please come holler at me, man. Because y'all gonna make me just have to debate BFTB over and over and over and over again, bro. Because I can't find nobody that want to debate me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't find nobody. So somebody let me know what's up, man. Let me know what's up. But shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. It's already set up. Stop trying to save them. Stop trying to save. I see y'all in the chat. Stop trying to save them. I'm not debating you. Okay? I want to win. I would like to win, sweetie. I do not like losing. So I'm not debating you. Okay? I won't do it, baby. No. I'm saying, like, you keep doing this in the chat, and I be like, and what make me mad, y'all, me and Miss Knockout done had these conversations privately, bro. And I've told her on multiple occasions, baby, I'm not debating you. And she's like, well, why you don't want to debate me then? Like, you don't debate me. Because if I beat you, then I lose because, you know, I ain't having no fun after the show and shit. You know what I mean? Sleeping on the couch and shit. And if I lose to you, then I'm the dude that lost to his wife. I can't do that. I can't do that shit to myself, bro. That's a lose-lose situation. All right, and then Green say he wanted. You gotta email me, bro, because you ain't got no channel. I ain't never debated you before. But Big Dose is the home. Big Dose, email me, bro, and we can set it up for the following week since I already got 2 debates next week. Big Dose say he'll step up to the plate. Yeah, Big Dose. Email me, Big Dose. I hate to do it to you. You the homie. But you ain't gonna be the homie that night, bro. You let me know. You let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm smart, Omega, okay? Don't start that bullshit. You already talking about you were gonna leave to go watch the XFL. You thought I ain't see that shit, bro? I see everything, fam. I saw that shit, man. You gonna leave my shit, go watch the XFL and shit, bro? That how you doing? That's how you sliding on me, dog. That's how you gonna treat me. Then you gonna tell me I'm scared and shit, man. you gonna tell me I'm scared and shit, man? Come on, man. Don't do me like that, bro. Email is J Rod's Level Up TV. You can get it too. It's in the description, y'all. Matter of fact, just so there's no confusion, here y'all go. I don't want nobody to say nothing. Here you go. There you go. Right there. He said, I want him comfy. I got you, bro. Omega Red ain't shit, man. He ain't shit. He try to leave my shit for the XFL, man. But that's one of my day one supporter, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie right there, bro. Nothing but love for Omega Red. What A1 Hoops on say? He said some smart shit, too. That ain't true. I said I would, but bro told me I gotta earn the right. Oh, yeah. You said you want some smoke, bro. Yeah. He said he would. No, I told you I'd do it. You supposed to send me some questions, bro. Yeah, I'll say y'all want it, and then shit. Send me the question. Send me the question and we can get it popping, bro. It is what it is with anybody. But Big Dose, so Big Dose say he want it. J Rod TV said he want it. You know what I'm saying? And A1 said he want it. Look, y'all, everybody in the chat, I'm gonna tell y'all this. If y'all don't see them debates, it ain't because of me. If I'm not debating one of them, not next week, but the week after, if I'm not debating one of them, it won't be because of me. Because I just put my email in the chat. I'm waiting on somebody to hit me up, tell me what they want smoke on. But your boy is undefeated. Just letting y'all know, bro. When we debate, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different. You know what I'm saying? But hit me up, bro. I appreciate everybody, man. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all smash the like button on your way out. Shout out to Miss Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Shout out to Shelton. Shout out to BFTB. Shout out to Money Brown. Shout out to J Rod's Level Up Boxing, A1 Hoops on, Nick J, Omega Red, Rahman, Warriors Boxing LLC, Best Videos, Terrence, Mustafa Malik, Omega Red again. Who else? We got Johnny Q, Big Dose 513. Everybody, Philly Bull, everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all. This has been a great show. One to remember for sure. Big Money Walk, Daddy Ice. I see you. Salute. Yeah, big facts. Big facts, bro. 100% factual. You know what I'm saying? Life is good. Peace to you, bro. And everybody in the building, man. Y'all hit my like button. If you're still new here, sub to the channel if you haven't already. We will catch y'all right back Monday night where we got the Grave Digger coming by to grace us with his presence. And we got Terrence Best Videos being the first person ever to debate back to back. He said, I'm debating on your live Thursday. I'm debating on your live Monday. And he got Manager Marty, and now he wants BFTB Boxing. All I can tell the man is, good luck to you, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. And with that, we out of here, man. Peace out to everybody, bro.